turn it in like so. Got my computer here. And we're dirty dancing. You guys, it's gonna make this like an hour stream. Try to at least. Because I got to run to Wally World. But Walmart closes at 11, so we probably can do. It's 8:34. So we probably can do like 9:50 or something like that. Cameras flashing, but we're dirty dancing. Keep on. Wait till some people get in. Hey Anna, hey, how you doing? Thanks for coming in, Anna. Oh, Anna, you're so awesome. Thank you for the thumbs up, you guys. Thank y'all for the thumbs up. My beard is, I'm trying to control it. I need to shave. My hair is trying to go back, but my line is back here. My hairline. My hairline. Thank y'all. And it's a Terrence kind of thing. Doesn't matter what you bring. Come and watch him do his thing. Because it's a Terrence kind of what? It's a Terrence kind of hey, it's a Terrence kind of thing. Doesn't matter what you bring. Come and watch him do his thing. Cause it's a Terrence kind of thing. Yeah. Boom, 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 Gamma! Gamma, oh. Thank you so much for coming in, Gamma. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much. How are y'all doing? Anna says, hey, Gamma's World. Thank y'all for the emojis. I see the congratulations. I see the smiling face. Smiling faces. Absolutely love you. Y'all love you too. And I really, really do. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I was talking to Bochi on here and so many others from the UK. I said, I love my peeps from the United Kingdom. I want to go there. I know people are like, oh, it's so much craziness there. It's crazy here too in the USA. It's crazy everywhere. You guys, excuse me. I haven't eaten anything all day. I literally, I'm like, I had a banana earlier. I've just been drinking a lot of fluids. Gamma. Well, I know this live stream I'm talking about Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf and this situation trying to I want to pick people brains or whatever and stuff, but everybody who comes in doesn't have to talk about it. But anyway, side note, I told you I lost 228.2 pounds. So I did when I got from working out today, I took a nice shower and all that good stuff. I am down 3 more pounds. So officially now, if I'm not mistaken, 231.8 pounds I've lost. 231.8 pounds I have now lost in under 3 years. So we're still not at that 3-year mark yet. So that is crazy. I lost 231.8 pounds. Wow. I'm super excited about that. Super excited. Gamma is saying hello to Anna. Mage, how you doing, Mage? Said as a white woman, as a white woman, am I allowed to say if I say the black man was guilty, I am racist, and if I say he's innocent, I'm liberal? Damn, Mage. Well, let me tell you, Mage, you're not racist here, okay? And personally, me, I'm a black Republican. I'm not even popping any politics in this, but you are not racist. If you say Carmelo Anthony is guilty, that's what you say, and I respect what you say. I mean, and also I respect people who say, Terrence, this has nothing to do with race. This has nothing to do with this. It's just the fact that this young black kid stabbed stabbed Austin Metcalf, and he happened to be white. But don't come here talking about no damn gorillas and nigger this and blah blah. That's the shit that I don't understand. Let's keep this respectful. Let's keep this all in love. We can disagree. I don't want anybody to come in and agree with me just because, oh, I'm Terrence. No. No. Now, if you say that oxtails are nasty, yeah, the problem. No, y'all know I'm gonna throw some jokes in there because I don't want this. This is a very serious matter, but y'all, life is too short. Life is too short for people to be snapping on people, trying to kill people or hurt folks because of their differences of opinions. But I do want to ask you guys, like, okay, really, what are your thoughts on it? And Mage, I did see some of your comments. Mage, congrats, thank you. Said hello. Thanks for saying hello again. It's Gamma's World said, wow, 231.8. It's so crazy because I'm talking to like the bariatric doctor who does all the weight loss surgeries and all this. He says, don't forget that 0.8, Terrence. Don't forget that 0.8. And I think someone on here was saying that too. So yeah, because that's when you think about it, it's almost another pound. Those ounces matter. But yeah, that's just so crazy to me. Wow. I mean, I'm swimming in this shirt now. I'm swimming in all my clothes, but I've always been, y'all may not believe it, but I've been comfortable. Like, even like comfortable meaning like I knew I was 400, pushing 500 pounds, but I was still playing tennis and I was running and jiggling and every damn thing else and kicking ass, by the way. Clock that T. But when it comes to my knees and my ankles and then the recovery, it took me a while to recover. So I know that couldn't be longevity. So I can never go back there. I just can't go back to that. I can't go back to that place. But thank y'all so much. Like I said, I'll wait for more people to come in. I'm sure YouTube is doing their whole algorithm thing. But I could go here and share myself out. Yes, 232 by morning. Gamma, come on now, Gamma, because I am gonna go. Look, it's 8:42. I am gonna get back out. I want to go because I gotta run to Walmart. Walgreens does close at 12. Walmart closes at 11. But I want to go get some bleach, Purex, and because I want to wash like my white comforter, my white sheets, and I don't have any more bleach. And then I want to, like, the clothes I wore today, I'm going to wash those. But see, it's so wasteful, man. Because it's just, it's so many quarters. And it's like, man, I just wish I had more dirty clothes. But anyway, call me crazy. But now that I don't have a washer and dryer in the condo, I could get one. But you know what? It's just that point. I don't know. I think it all balances out. Why am I thinking about this too much? But thanks again, Gamma. Hey, Mary, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Mary, have you followed this story about Carmelo Anthony? And what are your thoughts about it? I've gone live about this a couple times, and the chat, it went left, because of my thoughts. Like, I do feel like race plays a part in this case. And a lot of people say, Terrence, no, you're just being ignorant. You're stupid. You're this, you're that. I'm like, no, I'm not being ignorant. This is just my opinion. Why are my opinions ignorant? Hey, Boshi, and that's someone who, Boshi and we're in disagreements about this, and I respect him. He respects me. We haven't lashed out at each other. We haven't called each other names. And when I tell you guys, the last live stream, a couple people wrote in my live. I'm not even kidding. They wrote in my live stream, and they kept writing nigger, but they wrote it like I mean, not even kidding, like maybe 10 times. And I'm just like, oh gosh, oh my Lord. It's just so sad. It's so sad that you can't come on and express your opinions and your thoughts about a situation and have an actual, a detailed, respectful adult conversation, interaction, engagement. I think it's good. I think it's good. I think it's good that we should be able to talk about this. You know what I'm saying? And not hate each other, because I feel like we're proven. Well, I don't know if you guys coming in and hating me. I think that I've proven my point about the whole situation with the race. Because why would you want to come in and talk about me, and I haven't talked about anybody or whatever here on my live streams. Hey Eric, how you doing? It says, how is everyone doing today? Thank you, Mary. You said no, you're entitled to your opinion. Absolutely. Since when did that change? Like, since when did that change that I can't have an opinion about anything and you guys can have an opinion about anything? You can talk about what you want to talk about. You can have an opinion about what that you feel. You can state what you believe are your facts, and I can state what I believe are my facts. And we just have to meet in the middle and say, you know what? Hey, I disagree about this. I agree about this, or I disagree about nothing, or I disagree about nothing that you're saying, or agree with everything you're saying. But it doesn't have to be the hate behind it. And I must say, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I know there's a lot of AI going on, but Austin's, father has said a whole lot. And let me say you, I can't, from his perspective, I don't have any children. I don't want to lose. First of all, I don't want any child to die. Y'all know I save lives for a living, but definitely, I'm sure it's gut wrenching, it's heartbreaking, it's devastating. It's unexplainable. But for one thing to say, okay, well, you forgive and you're forgiving for yourself, and that is very commendable. But then you're lashing out and you're going, you're getting upset, you're going crazy, and I just think I feel like, Karmelo's Anthony parents and Austin's father, I feel like they're doing things for social media, to be honest. We can stay respectful and civil. Moshi, thank you. Absolutely. That's all I ask. And thank you for doing it. I thank God for you. I thank God for Andrea. You guys don't understand, like, you set that example. You're showing that example. And I just wish that people can piggyback off of what you guys are doing. Like, y'all gonna sit up here and let me know, but it's all in love and it's respectful. And I don't think it has to be. None of us have to be disrespectful. That's the deal. I think that some people are. Hell yeah, this is a very touchy subject, and it gets tense, and it's aggravating. But we still can control our reactions and our response to this situation. We can't control the outcome now, because what is done, right? Two people, in my opinion, lives completely ruined. I know people say, well, Terrence, well, he's still alive, him being Karmelo Anthony, but in a sense, it's like 35 years. Even for me, a week in prison. Oh Jesus, it's just devastating. I feel like he made a mistake. That's what I feel like. Is he guilty? Is he innocent? Like I said in the previous live streams, I just want to see some type of footage. I want to see, I want to see the actual video. If the jury can see it, why can't the public see it? But then somebody say, well, you can petition, you can do this, you can do this. We shouldn't have to do all of that. What are they hiding? You guys ever think about that? Like, what are they hiding to the point where the public can't see this? We see all these other videos, but we can't see this. I think he's guilty, but I see why people are mad, because Chow is guilty too, but I think he should have gotten less time. Mary, thank you so much. I have to agree with that, because we know that he did stab and he did kill Austin Metcalf, but I just feel as though we're in a world where it's not fair. We know the justice system is just it's just not it's not something that you can really depend on. Sometimes I feel like they just, well, more than some, or more than less, how about that, they get it, I think they get it wrong. I think they get it wrong. And people were like, well, why isn't the judge doesn't the judge have to say? Well, the defense for like Carmelo Anthony chose to have the jury decide how many years. Y'all know he could have been given up to 99 years and they gave him 35. I know some people say, well, he got off good and he'll still be, yeah, he'll be older, but, and I'm like, I just feel as though it's just too much time, me personally. And I also feel like, what if the self defense, what if that, well, I mean, we're talking about Texas here, and I want to say that did happen in Frisco, Texas. It was at a stadium in Frisco, Texas, and they had like tents and everything. But my deal is, okay, keep your hands off of people. I mean, I don't like. I don't know why people can't understand. Like, it's not okay. Bullying is not okay, but keep your hands off of people. It's one thing if somebody's walking and then they just like trip and then they stumble upon you, but deliberately like pushing or shoving, I mean, you can't do that. And my deal is, and I keep saying, okay, we know that he obviously walked under their tent, which this is so fucking trivial to me. This is so dumb. This is so dumb on Carmelo's Anthony part. Now that's why I say y'all think that I'm like, oh, I'm 100% Carmelo Anthony. No, that was fucking dumb to even do that. But it was even more so dumb for Austin, your twin brother, your friends. Why do y'all care so much? And if that was a situation, hey, you keep asking him to leave, and he says, babe, you put your hands on me, you'll find out what I'm gonna do. But just walk away from him. It would be one thing if Austin walked away from this man. They were both 17 at the time. It would be one thing if he just walked away, and then, okay, he walked away. Carmelo just starts stabbing him in the back. Remind you, stab him in the chest. They say, oh, in the heart. So he face to face. He didn't stab the guy in the back. I just want to, I'm just trying to paint these pictures and these images in my mind because I'm like, okay, well, I don't understand this. Why did it even escalate that much? I just feel like both were super macho. And I must say, if Carmelo Anthony was by himself and you got a crowd, just happen to be white people, just saying, but you got a crowd of these individuals, okay, were they trying to jump him? What was being said? Did he actually fear for his life? And also remind you, if I'm not mistaken, he stabbed him one time. There are instances, I'm not even just making this up, where they're, self-defense, but you stab somebody multiple times, and then you stab other people. So this is not like I keep saying, he isn't a serial killer. He isn't somebody, in my opinion, like you can talk about premeditated all day long. They didn't know each other. I don't understand where people are getting this at. They're saying, okay, because he brought the knife illegally to the school event. I understand that, you guys. Okay. But he did not. Okay. How did he know that he was going to stab this individual? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's interesting. I know you're not hateful, so I respect your opinion either way. Thank you so much, Mary. I appreciate that. It's Gamma's World says hello. Thank you, Gamma. Eric B says amen. Boshi says no. This has definitely shown racism in a big bloody problem in the USA on both sides. Yes, I mean, I don't want us to ignore the fact that people, y'all. Now, I'm not trying to sound weird, but in Memphis, I watched the first 48. There are so many black people stabbing black folks, black people shooting black people. Y'all barely hear it if you don't watch the first 48, which a lot of it is happening in Memphis, Tennessee. Dallas, Texas is huge on there. I've seen some in Los Angeles, California, but mainly Dallas, Texas, Memphis, Tennessee, Jackson, Mississippi, and y'all know I'm from Mississippi, and Jackson is the state capital of Mississippi. Those a lot of those shows, it's a lot of black people. It's a lot of black people, and it's a lot of black on black crime. Y'all don't really hear about it too much. Let's go to the point where let's move on where it's a bunch of freaking here in Florida. It's a bunch of white people killing white people. You don't really hear about it too much. I mean, yeah, we're hearing more about the murder suicide, which is just crazy from black and whites. But here's the deal: think about when the black man can't, the black man who goes into the hospital kills his soon-to-be ex-wife because she wants to divorce him, and then he shoots himself. And then you have the white guy who kills his kids, then kills his wife. Well, kills the kids to get back at the wife, then kills the wife, then kills himself. We hear about this, but no one's like in an uproar because you know why? It's like the same race that's doing it, that's committing this crime, and so it's like, okay, well, they're idiots, and I'm telling you guys, like, I don't go to the lounge, but people talk about this all the time at the hospital. You hear about the current events and the things that's happening in in the country and out of the country, but something like this, well, why is it so high profile? Because it's a black, and it has something to do with black and white, and that's why it's so high profile. Because I'm sorry, statistics show that when you have a jury that has no black people, and the person who, okay, you have your defendant, the person who is accused of this crime, and he or she isn't going to trial, and I mean, come on, like they're almost always found guilty. Okay, and then when they're found guilty, the sentencing seemed to be excessively more high than it would be for a white individual. I don't know. Have you guys? I don't know. Like I have like I can just pull up cases. There's just so many cases, y'all, where I'm telling you, it's disgusting to really think about when you think about it. Agreed, Boshi. Hello, Boshi says hello to Gamma. Thanks, Boshi. I cannot blame him for his reaction. The things I have seen on the internet today are absolutely insane. He said, "Do not make this about race." He tried to pray with the family. He did. He did try to pray with the family. Okay, and obviously they rejected him. But this is the deal. Like, we are in control of what we are saying. And I'm going by the videos, he's saying that call child protective services for the other kids, that they're terrible parents. They had Karmelo. They had him. They made him pretty much a monster. I think those things, right now, like I said, this is my opinion. Me personally, I would be, hell yeah, infuriated, but I probably would stay the hell away from social media, okay? Because I don't want to incriminate myself or sound kind of crazy or whatever the case may be. But again, freedom of speech. But then also, my main focus would be on, grieving. But then also, people do grieve different. So, I must say, yeah, people do grieve different. You can grieve by just going off on people, alienating yourself, becoming a recluse, or just doing things that are probably not as understandable or natural, say, to you and I. But everybody's a little different. But I just feel like some of the things that were said, I think was unnecessary. I don't think it helps anything. it's just this is such a very cumbersome, very stressful thing, and it's just frustrating that okay, once we bring it up and stuff, people just can't be respectful with how they express themselves. He's allowed to say a whole lot. Carmelo did a whole lot. Let him be mad. He lost his child. Wakanda, first of all, thank you so much for coming in here. Secondly, absolutely. I think that was well said. I think I can understand that for sure. I can. You know, absolutely. You are absolutely correct. Um she Shell 1021 said he went straight racist. Um and here's the deal, y'all. Like I know people come in, they call me the N word, they call me all kind of things. They're calling me coons, and I mean I've been called so much here on social media. I mean I've been called a lot in real life with family and well fake friends and all that shit. But people are they're allowed to do that. You're allowed to do those things because here in America we have freedom of speech. You're allowed to say whatever you want to say. That's what I was trying to get at when I did a live stream back here, where these two white ladies went around vandalizing the memorials and of Charlie Kirk. And I say white because they feel like they're entitled. They couldn't stand Charlie Kirk, so they said, okay, we're going to vandalize these memorials. We're going to destroy this property. Y'all, that is now a crime. The crime is not you going by and say, I hate him. I can't stand this person. I hate this person. You can say that all day long. You can say it till you're blue in the damn face. But you cannot vandalize. You cannot touch property that is not yours and vandalize those things. That is a crime, and that is why they lost their jobs, and now they're crying, still crying on social media, like, oh my gosh, we're sorry, blah blah blah. Like you can't do those things, but you can say also like with Austin's father, he can say these things, which I mean I do find a lot of that was disturbing, but he can say it. Mary says, agree, both are doing too much. I knew it was going to come out. You said you knew it was going to come out? There will be an appeal, so I'm waiting. I really do hope it will be an appeal. You think it's going to be an appeal? I just feel like the trial was not fair. It wasn't fair, and I must say, looking at Austin's father, and we all judge, right? It's inevitable. We all judge. I'm gonna be honest. I find him. I think that he has racial tendencies, if that makes sense. But again, he did lose his. I'm not trying to make excuses. He did lose his son. His son has passed on, and maybe that brings out that maybe it brings out the rage. Oh man, this is tough. Boshi says 2 lives have been ruined. I think we need the footage to come out. Why? Like I'm right now. I'm on a laptop. Why? Right? Like, and I'm gonna Google footage of Karmelo Anthony. It's just they're not showing anything. You can't. There's like no video where it's just like, okay, start to finish. It's just nothing.
Witnesses during the first day of testimony in a Collin County murder trial. The case revolves around the stabbing death of Austin Metcalf and the arrest of Karmelo Anthony during a Frisco School District track meet a year ago. ABC5's Maria Guerrero is live with more for us. Maria?
Right, he's not some hardened criminal. He's a kid. Exactly, Mary.
An unjustified, provoked murder. Carmelo Anthony's defense attorney, meanwhile, not explaining why his client had a pocket knife in his bag. but defended himself, he says, in a moment of chaos and fear against twin brothers who are 83 pounds heavier than his client. The first piece of evidence for this jury, surveillance video. While previously an indistinguishable...
This ain't shit.
Stadium on April 2nd, 2025, Tarrant County video forensic analyst Mark Porter walked jurors through what prosecutors say will prove their case against Karmelo Anthony. Porter using software to enhance and zoom into multiple angles inside and outside of the stadium, showing the final moments of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf's life. Jurors alert, watching a large monitor as Porter explains how he tracked the movements of the victim and suspect. They learned the suspect is seen walking up to the top of the tent first. Anthony's defense says he saw a friend he knows from Memorial and that no one else had a problem with him sitting there. Austin, his twin brother, and friends then joined their classmates in the tent. About 2 minutes later, the zoomed-in angle shows someone pushing another person, followed by a sudden burst of movement. The suspect, identified by the expert, then moves up the bleachers before running down, falling down at one point, then running and walking away. Prosecutors say coaches run and stop him as police get to the chaotic scene. A side angle shows the suspect wearing a gray hoodie and black pants, with his hands in the air before being cuffed and led away. Yeah, Karmelo Anthony's defense is hoping to convince this jury that, Anthony wasn't trying to run away, pointing out that he did not stab the victim a second time, did not stab anyone else. In fact, he tossed the knife. We also learned that Karmelo Anthony actually woke up late that morning, that he opted to go to this track meet instead of going to a physical therapy appointment that he had, even though he wasn't even competing until later in the afternoon. He said he wanted to be there and help out the JV track team. Vince?
Maria, we know both families are in that courtroom watching that video, so what was the mood like in the courtroom?
Watching the video. Can we see it? Can I see the damn video? Oh, man. Teresa Flowerchild Terrence just said, our justice system is screwed up. Facts. Bingo. It's so screwed up. It's so screwed up. I'm not saying F Austin Metcalf. I'm not saying F Karmelo Anthony. I'm not saying F the families. F this, F this. But I am saying fuck this justice system. This is crazy. I feel like money is something that is just swirling around in this fucking high profile case. I think the defense did a horrible job. If I'm speaking from a prosecuting perspective, they did an amazing fucking job because obviously they won the case. They won this. And so, Karmelo Anthony is now behind bars, but I don't understand how is this fair? How is this fair? People say, well, the defense also, Terrence, had a right to choose. They do play a part in the jury, selection and everything and stuff. Why weren't there any black people on that jury? Why weren't there any black people? Okay, and first and foremost, y'all, oh gosh, it's so, I don't know why I want to be okay, Terrence, I want to see how you guys see it, but it's just not going to be that way. I want to see how you guys see this story. Because I promise you, I got to say it, I am not a racist person. Do I see color? Fuck yeah. I'm so tired of people saying, I don't see color. Bullshit. Bullshit. You see color. If you don't see color, you colorblind. And stay the fuck away from me. Because, I don't know. I don't want to be riding by your ass and then you I thought the light was green and you run a damn red light. But no, real talk. Real talk. Definitely, this has so much to do with race. It has so much to do with, in my opinion, race and money. And it just boils down to, at the end of the day, okay, he did stab Austin Metcalf. I am not saying that he did not stab him, y'all. I'm just saying, okay, now that has transpired, what happens next? Why was this so boom, boom, bam, bop, whatever. It should. I mean, to be honest, if it's such a high profile case, normally these things takes. I mean, it takes years and years and years. This, in my opinion, the whole situation with this justice system, this was going to happen, right? I mean, the George Floyd situation, and there's so many other situations. Chandra Bland, all these things, in my opinion, like took a lot longer than this here. I mean, 3 hours to deliberate. There's no black people. Because I want to be careful how I say it, because the very first time I was like, oh, all white. It was not all white, and I apologize for that. Okay. I had my information wrong. And like I said, I'll take full accountability. But I can tell you this much. I know damn well there was no blacks. And I know damn well, okay, if I'm looking at this, they were gonna find. I mean, he was gonna be found guilty. And then, and what is really scary is the defense says, okay, man, the judge wants to give him the highest crime, and not negligence and not manslaughter, but first degree murder. So, obviously you can get up to like 99 years, right? So they don't even want to, the defense says, well, we're not even going to go along with the judge to have him sentenced. You either can choose you can have the judge do the sentencing, or you can have the jury. We're gonna go with the jury, because the judge is already, in my opinion, and this is my opinion based off the things that I've read, the judge was already biased. Because these judges are biased. They are, and y'all already know, the situation with some of these judges. Already, the justice system, I'm telling you guys, so fucking crooked. So crooked. I am not saying, Boshi, as I told you, I'm not saying, oh wow, he should just walk off. All I'm saying, a fair trial would be, okay, have a plethora, have a melting pot of people on that jury, okay? Have a defense that's actually gonna fucking defend, okay? I mean, we got people who we know are freaking serial killers, and the the prosecution's like, okay, well, he did it. He cut this person up. He did this, and you got the person who's defending that serial killer, tooth and nails. That should have been the case with this individual who does not have a criminal record, who's not a serial freaking killer, who's not a predator. He didn't stab multiple people. This was not like some type of, oh my gosh, like, some type of incidents that happened in Boston or in Wisconsin. Like, I'm so flabbergasted at how this all went down. Okay, yeah, you told me. My exact thoughts. It's a face that someone lost their. It's a fact that someone lost their life, but circumstances can be different in each case. Exactly, Gamma. You're right. Mary says, I think that was smart. I think the judge would have been harder on him. Absolutely, I do think the judge would have been harder on him, because I feel like, and I'm being honest, the judge was biased in this situation. Like, you have, because you have so many judges out here, y'all. Hold on one second. I'm gonna go to this. I'm gonna go to this video. Where are we at? Where are my watch later? I saved this. And all this is for educational purposes, you guys. I am actually
homeowners. I want to buy your house right now, as is, no matter what condition it's in. And not only do I want to buy your house,
I'm gonna mute this because I'm gonna watch her. I'm gonna watch her ads. But her channel is I am not a lawyer, but okay, and I'm subscribed. And my bell is clicked, and I love this woman's channel. I think she does a really, really great job with expressing herself and putting things out, and also kind of making you think. Now, she did a video. I'm still watching her ad. This ad is 3 minutes long. She did a video, obviously tons and tons of views, but it says a comparison between two Texas teen stabbing cases. Not in different states. We're talking about the same state. A comparison between two Texas teen stabbing cases being circulating online following the sentencings of Karmelo Anthony. She said, in this video, I break down the facts of both cases, including the prior history between the parties, evidence presented, and I watched the entire video in its entirety. Presented at trial, claims of self-defense, what happened immediately before and after stabbings, the charges available to each jury, and why the outcomes ultimately differed. Kaysen, let me say this: Kaysen Allison is the white individual, okay, the white young man who was charged with murder in 2022, stabbing death of classmate Joe Ramirez, but was ultimately convicted of criminal negligence, homicide, and sentenced to 10 years, okay? So Casey Allison was sentenced to 10 years only because the judge, because the defense went hard, and the judge was like, okay, we can do manslaughter, we can do first degree murder, we can do manslaughter, we can do criminally negligent homicide, which the maximum you can receive is 10 years, a decade in prison. Karmelo Anthony was convicted of murder, as we know, in 2025, last year, stabbing the death of Austin Metcalf, and sentenced to 35 years in prison. Karmelo Anthony defense, okay, they did try to go with the negligence, they did. I feel like they didn't go as hard, but the judge denied that. The judge denied that. And I'm just going to sit up here and I won't go verbatim, but this is the deal. Kaysen, this is something that was premeditated because he was saying, I seriously, like I said, this isn't verbatim, but he's like, I'm gonna call serious injury. He was gonna cause serious injury to Joe Ramirez. He definitely he definitely had a knife. He definitely was gonna cause, obviously was gonna cause a lot of injury, right? He stabbed him multiple times. Not one time, but multiple times. Not one time, but multiple times. Karmelo Anthony, okay, you guys are saying, well, it's premeditated. He didn't even know. Okay, Kaysen Allison knows Joe Ramirez. They're classmates. Karmelo Anthony did not know Austin Metcalf. They weren't classmates. They were at this event, this track meet, and he went under their tent, but he didn't know the brother. He didn't know any of them, Now, as you can see that it was someone, I guess, familiar that he knew, and he went under the tent and nobody had a problem. God is my witness. I don't understand this. All I can see is my brother-in-law, Jamon, going to Jamon Jr.'s, his son, football games, basketball games, all, my niece and nephews, they Kelsey cheerleader, Jamon Jr. plays basketball, plays football, Prince plays baseball, basketball. They just athletic kids. But I could just see, and I have seen him going in, and you got families that have tents. We put up a tent too. Keisha and Jamon put up tents. But everybody is just and I'm telling you, they go to a private school, predominantly white. It's probably, not even exaggerating, there may be, including JaPrince Kelsey and Jamon Jr., there are 10 kids that are black that go to their school. There is no problems. It's a very, highly, educated school. Keisha loves it, and I love it. I think they're just doing an exceptional job. But when they have these events, yeah, everybody goes under, everybody tends. Everybody don't know everybody and stuff, but I don't know. I just don't know that's why I want to see the video. I want to see the video. I want people to really come out and say things. I feel like his brother is not even saying a lot of things. I think his brother also, clearly when his brother does these interviews, the brother, in my opinion, handles himself more professionally than the father, but I digress. That's just my opinion. But I feel like he's really been, it's rehearsed, and because he has to be careful of what he says. But I just you just know that, okay, young women, young men. I mean, come on, we we curse, we kind of get into, like, those back and forth verbal arguments, and all that stuff, and it's just what you do in my opinion, as a kid. I feel like 17 years old, you still a kid. Hell, I still feel like you're a damn kid at 21. But all I'm saying is, how does a white young male who stabbed someone multiple times get 10 years in prison, and then a black young male who stabbed someone one time? And let me tell you, here's the deal. Both of these people, both of the people they stabbed died. Okay, somebody said, well, he stabbed in the heart, he stabbed in the chest. He stabbed him one time. That's what I want. I mean, as horrible as this is, y'all, it's so horrible, it's so terrible. But he stabbed him one time. Okay? We have to put that into perspective. The white guy stabbed multiple times. Okay. Kaysen had history with the Ramirez, right? With Joe Ramirez. Austin and Karmelo had no history. I want to make sense of these things. What's going to help me if I see the video that apparently they use AI to enhance things, which is kind of scary also. I feel like, and in a sense, that's probably, should that be allowed? I don't know. At the end of the day, like I said, the justice system, it just scares me. Mr. Miller said, a group that kills over 10,000 per year in the USA still supporting another criminal. Okay. Eric B says, amen. May says, I am an equal opportunity laugher, especially when the joke's on me. In the end, it's all in good fun, because no matter what color we are, we all members of the same club, human race. I agree, Mage. Thank you. Motion says, I understand what you were saying about bullying, Terrence. However, the knife and fatality changed the conversation. Well, yes, it changes it, but what started this, though, Boshi? We have to look at every angle. Like, what started this, in my opinion, I feel as though he did go under. He obviously went under the tent. I guess, from what I'm just hearing and what I'm reading, he actually did know someone that was on that side of the tent, right? And so he goes over. There's no problem at first, but then it seems to be some type of altercation with Austin and his twin brother. And then also there's other people, right? You got other people. You have other people there. I mean, come on now. I mean, I know what you're saying, but absolutely it changes this conversation. But we can't go back in the past. But I'm just saying, what led up to that? Y'all, as horrible as it is, we have to justify everything. We have to kind of understand. We have to I want to understand. I don't know about y'all, but I want to get to an understanding. Okay, well, why did this even happen? And what is it so hard to release the footage? And okay, he felt the need to stab somebody. Okay, why? What happened? Like, these are I don't have the answers. And me reading this is still not, let me just say this. It still doesn't make sense. Because also I want to point out that Kaysen, if I'm not mistaken, I said, y'all can watch her video, but Kaysen left the scene. When he stabbed him, he left the scene, and he tried to actually get a ride to another part of the state. Carmelo Anthony didn't leave the scene. He didn't leave the scene. Of course, I would run. Adrenaline is pumping and stuff. You're like, okay, what did I just do? He fucked up, okay, for sure. But he didn't leave the scene. He didn't stab anybody else. He wasn't trying to, in my opinion, I don't think that he was trying to kill anyone. And Kaysen obviously thought, okay, well, I'm gonna do this. He premeditated. He wanted to seriously injure. He didn't say I'm gonna kill, but he ended up killing. And so the judge gave this criminally negligent, crime, and then with the maximum you get 10 years. It's just I feel like why wasn't that given to Carmelo Anthony? Because at the end of the day, they both killed somebody. I am not saying y'all. I'm not negating that. I'm just saying I feel like it's just not fair. And unfortunately, I feel like this is going to continue to happen. And we're just at this. Like when I say we in this country, even I feel I can even say the world. I just feel like the world is divided. Y'all know I want everyone to come here. I don't care if you white, black, if you look like a fucking Ninja Turtle. That's my favorite color, by the way. You are welcome here. I am not a racist. I am not going to sit up here and call you. I'm not going to like do those racial slurs and things of that nature. Like people come in and talk about me. I've never done that to anybody, and I'm not doing that. I don't play that shit. That's crazy. I'll cuss your ass out, but I'm not racist. I don't understand that. Yes, I see color, but I don't give a fuck. I don't care about who you licking, sick, and sucking, as long as it's legal. Okay. And I damn sure don't care about what color you are. But this definitely, in my opinion, you can. I mean, that's just one of so many cases. Even in her comments, people were just popping out, scenarios and this. And I know every case, everything is different and stuff. But at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, they're like, well, man, defense, they were even against him. Well, do you guys realize why would defense be against Carmelo Anthony? I feel like things are staged. It's crazy that that child got off though, so I get why people are mad. How do you chase someone over a football field and claim self-defense? Oh Lord, Mary, when you find out, let me know. Let me know, Mary. Let me know. Mr. Miller says pushing or shoving doesn't match a knife kill. Look up every state's self-defense laws. You go above what danger you're met with, you're going to prison. Okay, let me just say this. Texas, no. I don't think y'all know the. Okay, let me. Under Texas self-defense laws, and I want to just say this, it is AI overview. Obviously, Google is my source and stuff. Do not quote me. I'm reading this, but under Texas self-defense laws, you are justified in using force when you reasonably believe it's immediately necessary to protect yourself against another person's unlawful force. Texas is a stand your ground. I want to repeat this, because Texas is fucking crazy. I've been to Texas many times. I've been to Webster, I've been to Galveston, I've been to Houston, I've been to I've been to Webster, Houston, Dallas, College Station, Galveston, Seguin, Texas, Austin, Texas. Oh my gosh, Midland, Texas. That just had somebody just shot somebody in Midland, Texas. I'm like, Midland, Texas ain't. It's just like, it's just nothing there in Midland, Texas. I had to stay in an RV park, rent an RV out when I traveled there, to work at the hospital. But let me just say this: I don't want to get in trouble anywhere, and I've never been in trouble anywhere. I've never been arrested or been in jail. I've been in some handcuffs, but that's another story. Mind your business. But all jokes aside, I would never want to do anything in Texas because of, stand your ground state, meaning you have no legal duty to retreat before using force. What does stand your ground mean? You have no legal duty to retreat before using force. You heard that, Serena? Um, Texas is probably not the state to be fucking with nobody. I ain't fucking with nobody in no state, but damn sure not Texas. But no duty to retreat. If you are in a place you have a legal right to be, like say public areas, your car, workplace, you are not required to flee or attempt to escape before using reasonable force and self-defense. Y'all, at the end of the day, I know people don't want to understand what I'm saying, but I'm going off of law, okay? Not theory. We're not going like we're not talking pseudo here. We're talking facts, you know, not false, which is pseudo. We're talking facts. The law, the law, the law, the law, the law, the law. And the law in this situation, again, it's just so unfortunate that, oh man, you know, Karmelo happened to be a black kid, and you know, they're not gonna pretty much like go in his favor when the law states this. Race, and I don't know why we can't see race. I don't know why we can't see that race is involved in this situation. And that's just like I said, that's the upsetting part. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. He should be given time. Okay, he killed somebody. Yes, and they say okay, self defense. But I must say, it's like, man, stab him in the leg. I mean, you can still kill somebody in the leg, but I mean, you know, but again, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, why not the negligence? Because he didn't think that, okay, I'm stabbing this guy. Yes, he stabbed him in the chest, but he didn't think, okay, he's going to die. I don't think he wanted to kill him. So therefore, I just think it should be a lighter sentence. But he did break the law. He's guilty of that because he brought a knife to a place that there are no weapons allowed. Okay? So he's guilty of these things. So therefore, you're guilty. You should do time, but not. I can see if it's a thing where he didn't bring the knife. He's standing your ground, it's self-defense, and he just go ham and beating the hell out the man with his bare fist. Let that man walk free. Let him walk free, because stand your ground. You pushing me, I'm finna beat the hell out of your ass. You know, Mike Tyson style. There's no knife. There's no ropes. It's just my fist. So now my fist is the weapon. I stood my ground, but he did have that knife, and I think in that instance, okay, yes, he's guilty of that, but the sentence should not be 35 years. Shouldn't be nowhere near that, in my opinion. Anthony Anderson. Oh shit. So Boshi, now that we know he was found guilty, are you changing your stance? But Boshi, Anthony, we ain't talking about President Trump, okay? I'm talking about something completely different. Again, I do not know everything. Wasn't it Austin's job to keep his team under the tent? Isn't that the whole reason it happened? You said, again, I don't know everything. Wasn't it Austin's job to keep his team under the tent? Isn't that the whole reason it happened? So, Boshi, I don't understand what you're saying. Why was it Austin's job to keep the team under the tent? You're talking about, but I'm saying, I don't know what you mean when you say that, but I know for a fact Karmelo did go under the tent. Teresa Flowerchild said testosterone. May said the reason Austin cared so much was because each tent had assigned to each specific school, and they had a lot of problem with people sneaking into other tents and stealing stuff. Oh, okay. Mr. Miller said, want to play the race card while speaking from a group that takes the lives of 1,000 per year. Okay. Every race takes the life of people. I'm not playing no damn race card. It just happened. It's just what it is. It's fact. No, Mr. Anderson, still not in the mood for you, buddy. Hello, though. Mary says, child shot that kid on the back and got off on self-defense. And it's going to be more of that happening until we can be honest with the justice system and the fact that race does play a part in what is going on here. Y'all, we're just going to continue to live in the past, in my opinion. Because right now, you got somebody coming in and saying, oh, playing the race card when your kind saying black people kill thousands a year. White people kill fucking thousands. Asians kill thousands. Shit. China. bringing all that shit over from China and shit. Shit. It's Gamma's World. So I heard that Karmelo was sitting and the other boy lunged at him. Is this true? So, Gamma, I don't know what is true or what's not true because I heard 3 different things. Now, I can tell you this much. What is fact? That Austin touched Karmelo Anthony first. Austin Metcalf touched, and 3 different damn things that I'm reading. Austin Metcalf touched. And not just touch, we're saying shoved, push, lunge. Didn't strike him with a fist, but lunge, either lunge, shoved with one hand, or push or shove with 2 hands. 3 different, and this is coming from like, okay, the witnesses. But what this is how I know that okay, they need to release this damn video. And I think for some reason I feel like, man, that they tamper with that they tamper with evidence, that they play. I don't know, y'all. The justice system, it scares me. I just don't know. But from my understanding, he didn't. Okay, you can talk about provocation all day long. I'm so tired of this fucking word provocation. Can't nobody make you do shit. Now I understand that somebody got a knife to your damn head or to your throat or maybe a gun to your head, but I'm just saying, if I'm just saying, make me get off of here. You can't make me get off a live stream. Like YouTube can shut me down 1,001 times. I can keep coming back on this mofo. You can't make me do nothing. I can't make you do anything. I'm so tired of this whole provocation thing. We need to be able to control our emotions. We need to be able, like, let me just say, to control our emotions so we don't act out and do crazy shit. And that's what I'm working on at the hospital. Because you know how many times I could have just grabbed somebody's esophagus, which is their throat, and I could have just like, yeah, bitch, no. So what I do is, ka, or I do this right here. Or I may hiss at somebody, and I walk off. And I'm sure they're probably like, this Negro crazy as fuck. Yes, I'm crazy as hell, but you know what? I'm not going to be in somebody's prison. I'm not going to ruin myself and have my nieces and nephews not look up to me like they do now. So I'm being so serious when I say this. I know it sounds funny, but you have to come up with certain things, or just walk away. Who knows? Did he walk away? Was he walking away when he was pushed? When he was quote unquote somebody lunged at him or pushed him either with one hand or 2 hands? But this is coming from 3 different people, and at the end of the day, it's still showing that people saying that okay, Karmelo Anthony provoke. Okay, whatever. He can say F your mom, F this, F this. You know how many people come in and say, they talk about me like, I'm talking about in real life, talk about me. I'm not going to put my hands on you unless you touch me. I'm going to walk away. I'm not going to put my hands on you unless you hit me first. I feel as though if you do that, I have to protect myself. And I ain't just talking about somebody coming up. Like when I went to Colorado, it was a lot of people putting their hand. They was touching my hair. I was really wet behind the ears then because the motherfuckers were being racist in Aspen. Ooh, look at your hair. Ooh, it's so thick. It's so curly. And that's when I had hair. Don't nobody come for me because I used to have hair. But that wasn't respectful. And my sisters and my mom let me know that because I guess women don't do that. Women don't play, especially black women. Don't touch a black woman's hair. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that because your energy and all that and stuff. But now I feel as though a lot of brothers are hopping onto that as well. Like, I don't want you touching my hair. I don't want you doing that. Like, if you ain't my barber or you ain't my wife or whatever, your partner or whatever and stuff, don't touch my hair. But yeah, they did that. But yeah, that wasn't. I felt, again, I was wet behind the ears when I was in Aspen. I was like 22 then. That's why I said, y'all, like, grown, yeah, you can be grown, 18, 21, you can be grown, but you got to live. You got to go through things. I feel like some kids, 9, 10 years old, probably more grown than some people because they've already experienced, death and situations, hardships. You don't know until you experience these things in life. I think that's what builds the character. That's what makes you who you are today. Anyway, my point is I didn't touch anybody because I didn't feel threatened. You know what I'm saying? Now, the one fight I did get into in school, like the kid, I was walking away. He pushed me, then he started like punching me in the back of my head. Let me just say this, not punching. He was like slapping me in the back of my head because the kid couldn't fight. And I'm not just trying to say that because I'm on YouTube, but clearly, you know, I just blacked out and I just like, I don't know. I know I came back. We both got suspended. My mom was like, "What you want? You want to go get a Happy Meal? You want to go get this?" No, my mom was saying it. And remind y'all, I was 9 years old when this happened. Okay, this is a long time ago. Oh my gosh, 30 years ago. And the kid, I say the kid, but the brother now. Hell, we Facebook friends, and I mean he's going to the class reunions. I haven't. My first class reunion was 2015. The second one was 2025. This is so crazy that I'm saying I can't believe there's been two class reunions already. I'm getting old, but I haven't gone to any of them. Don't plan on going to any of them, but he has. But yeah, like, you know, we were kids, but at the end of the day, let me get back to this. Nobody can tell me that race doesn't play a part in this. That's how I'm gonna pop this up. And at the end of the day, I do feel like there was to some degree, obviously, self-defense because he was attacked first. People say don't use the word attack. He was attacked. You know, he was just pushed. So they just like, no, he was attacked. Y'all, it's so funny how if something happened to you, now you want it to be convenient for you, but you want it to be an inconvenience for others when it's not happening to you or your loved ones. I don't understand that. Like, oh, it was just a little push, a little this. But then if somebody were just to push your ass, oh, that motherfucker tried to kill me. That motherfucker attacked me. So why is it like that? You know? Why can't we just keep it 100? Say respect for everyone. Like the stream. Thank you, Boshi. Bo says, I have no idea it is Emma's. Amy says, sorry, this is hard for all families. One is dead, one is not. Color doesn't matter. One is dead, one is not. No, color, I don't want color to matter, but it does matter, Amy, in this situation. It does. I'm talking about specifically because of the sentencing. All right? We know that he is guilty. Okay, because, yeah, would he be, okay, the self-defense situation, okay, I do believe that, okay, self-defense did play a part, but he did bring a knife. And so at the end of the day, he had a weapon where he shouldn't have it, when he shouldn't have had a weapon. People say, oh, he's where he wasn't supposed to be and stuff, whatever. Okay, whatever. It's a lot of us. Y'all know y'all couldn't cross damn yards that say no trespassing, and that's what the hell that means. You still do it. You're breaking the damn law. Okay, come on. Like, I mean, you know, it is what the fuck it is. I'm not saying, oh, well, just let him walk free. I'm saying, well, why the hell does the Casey Allison, why does that young white male get 10 years and this young black male gets 35? Yes, right now he is 19 years of age. He's still a teenager. So race does play a part in this. Stop committing so much crime, problem solved. Oh wait, stop committing. Committing. Okay, because you said commenting. Okay. So you committing. Stop committing so much crime, problem solved. Mr. Miller, you're right. I agree. Crime is not even comparable. Yes, the hell it is. It sure is. No, I'm sorry. It is. I disagree. You chopping somebody's goddamn head off, or you breaking and entering, because all that's a crime. That you can compare the two. Decapitating somebody and then just breaking into their home are two different crimes. But of course, if a black person were to break into somebody's home and then the white guy decapitated somebody's head, I'm sure the black person probably get life behind bars. Anthony Anderson said, Boshi, you said innocent until proven guilty. He was found guilty. They even tried to appeal it. It was denied. Silver Wolf lie. Boshi! Mr. Miller, relax and have a normal conversation with fellow humans. And Anthony, shut the fuck up and do the same. Have a normal conversation, you strange. I will argue with you another time, Mr. Anderson. Anthony Anderson, no Boshi, this is your life from now on. Oh my gosh. Is Anthony Anderson a stalker to you, Boshi? Mary says, you're not wrong about that. Thank you. Cherie says, hi. Mr. Miller said, I respect my fellow humans who won. The statistics show in real life shows what's really happening. I'm willing to have a conversation. Thank you, Mr. Miller. Anthony says, you said innocent until proven guilty, so I go back. Terry Williams says, pull up cases Tyler Allison. Terry, I was talking about that. I'm sorry, I'm so behind in the chat. I'm always behind in the chat because I talk a whole lot. And you know, I ain't got no damn mods to keep me in checking and like that and stuff. Because you know what, mods ruined my channel a long time ago. But I might, you know, on the road to 300K, I might get some mods. You know, who knows in the future. But wow, I was just talking about that. Yeah, I was talking about that, and I'm telling you, like that's one of several cases. But it's just it's y'all. I mean, for lack of better description or whatever, I guess, or sayings, but it's like black and white. It's black and white. Literally, this guy is gonna get 10 years. Will he even have to do 10? And that's the deal too. I don't think that Carmelo Anthony is not gonna do 35. I mean, but I think he damn near he'll do 20 something, if not 30. You know, I hope if they deny the appeal, but I hope he gets his appeal. I hope that he gets a fair trial. I just think it should be fair sentencing is what I'm saying. And if anything, the self-defense should be 100, but the crime is bringing a knife to which, like, I know y'all like, what? Well, he probably get a year or something, not even parole. Okay, be that as it may. He should be found guilty of that, but not of the self-defense. I think this was the self-defense should have been justified, especially with a stand your ground. I don't know. Hello, Texas, change your fucking laws. I'm so tired of, you know, when it comes to black, white, whatever the case may be, everybody want to make it convenient. They want to make it like less convenient for that person when they use what they were able to use, which is force. If someone dies from that, succumb to their injuries, oh well, but that's in the law. That's in the law. Both, I will block you, Anthony. I will block you, Anthony, another time. Anthony said it's silly, Both. You know, right now, you say innocent proven guilty. He was found guilty. You said it was appealed and failed to mention that was denied. Oh gosh, Terry Williams says how. Mr. Miller said, if a group stops killing, we can have a conversation, but black violence takes over 10,000 lives a year. Clean up your own shit. Mr. Miller, it doesn't work that way. Okay? I know what you're saying. I know a lot of blacks are killing blacks, but again, a lot of whites are killing whites, a lot of Asians killing Asians, a lot of Indians. We don't even talk about this because this is out of our country, right? But a lot of Indians are killing Indians. I mean, it's fact. And we don't like I know we gotta clean up our shit. I'm telling you, I don't even like I get so aggravated when I keep seeing this black on black. Like I came from a neighborhood, the projects, where a lot of black people just would fight and kill and hurt each other. And I thank God that my mom and dad, you know, kept us level-headed and grounded and into the books, and none of us never had to deal with any of that, you know. Now, if we get into some altercations, yes, but I'm just saying, like, you know, I think that we are decent human beings because of you know, our parents and how we were raised. All I'm saying is that still doesn't make it okay. Don't say okay because blacks hitting blacks. Well, just F it. It doesn't matter if a white person or you know, or a black person gets all this time. It doesn't matter because like, oh, we're such a horrible race. I don't agree with that, you know. You were wrong this entire time. Okay, hey Tom, tear the chat from one love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. Stay blessed and balanced in life. Thank you, Tom. May said Carmelo had tons of videos and pictures on his Instagram with him holding guns and throwing up gang signs after Anthony's death. I don't see someone like that having a lot of remorse for a murder. Mage, I agree. the way that I chop this up to is he did not know Austin. I do not think that he came there to kill Austin. That is what I'm saying. And he said, hey, try me, basically. Austin tried him. And you got to stand your ground rule that's in the state of Texas. So the pictures and all this, and first of all, I'm sorry, this whole social media mess, y'all. I ain't on here. I don't sag. I ain't trying to sound like a damn thug. You know, I have 4 fucking degrees. I'm an educated black brother. I will fuck somebody ass up if they, you know, coming for me and my family. But I mean, I'm not a thug on here. I'm not gonna. What the fuck is a damn gang? I don't have gangs and this and that. I don't sag. I never understood that. Why the hell are you showing your damn ass? That's weird. And you want to talk about gay, this, that. Well, that's gay in my opinion. Don't even get me started about that. But the thing about it is, I am not trying to come on here and me claim to be somebody that I'm not. Okay, now with Tina and Dolly and all those characters and stuff, that's just, you know, for comedy and entertainment and stuff, whatever. But I'm Terrence. I am this way in real life. I laugh. I was in a meeting Thursday. I cracked my ass up laughing because it was just some mess, crazy mess, and I laugh. If I feel that it's a joke, I'm gonna laugh, even if it's inappropriate. Whatever, sue me. I don't fucking care. But I'm this way. This is the way I am. I'm super, super serious in surgery, though. A lot of people probably, if you guys interview some of my coworkers at every hospital I've been, they probably say, "Man, he's an ass." But yo, he's a great, you know, worker. Like he is going to be an ass. He's going to be an advocate for that patient. So all I'm saying is, I feel like people they come on here and they try to be somebody that they're not. And I think that's definitely, again, this is somebody who is a young kid who doesn't even understand, you know, still in search of his identity. If you ask me, that's just how I feel about it. I'm not trying to justify these things. I'm not trying to sit up here and babysit the situation. I'm just saying I think that's what it is. I think all that was pseudo. But you're right. It doesn't show. You wouldn't think that someone who's doing that would have remorse if someone died. But at the end of the day, did he go there specifically to kill Austin Metcalf? I absolutely do not believe that. And that's why I feel like the judge should have given it negligent, like homicide, criminal homicide, criminal negligent homicide instead of like the first degree murder. This was not premeditated. I just don't get that. Anthony, maybe remember who said what. Silver was the one who said the second thing. Terry Williams says, Did Austin and Hunter had videos with guns? Terry, I have no idea about that. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I can tell you this much, y'all. It's Texas. I mean, I've been shooting since the age of like, 11, 12 with my dad and my granddad, hunting with them and stuff, whatever, slicing open deers. Man, deer, oh, Lord Jesus. I want oxtails, but deer meat, some deer sausage, some deer steaks, and some biscuits sound real good with some gravy. Oh, my gosh. But the biscuits, I'm going to have to somehow get a low-carb biscuit. Tom says you can grieve by eating, you can grieve by using drugs, you can grieve by lying. There's multiple ways you can grieve. Most people grieve talking to the Lord. Yeah, wow. Mr. Miller said Anthony's family and Floyd's family are trash. Bottom feeder criminals are not our equal. Okay, Mr. Miller, you have every right to your opinion. Boshi says, hello everyone, like the stream. Terry Williams says, yep, you are. May says, I think he might not have been racist until after his son died and he saw all the hate that him and his son were getting. They're literally pissing on Anthony's grave. Okay, I mean, that May, like, I understand what you're saying. I mean, I think yes, society can bring on set certain emotions and feelings and theatrics within someone's life, but as far as someone being a racist, I think that potentially probably was already the case. But again, I don't know for a fact. I'm just saying this is my opinion. Hey, AV Squad, how y'all doing? Nice to see ya. Happy Friday. Yeah, happy Friday, everyone. Mage said that the footage hasn't come out because there might be an appeal later, and they don't want the video out until he has run out of appeals. Mr. Miller said, "Bottom feeding criminals are not our equals." I'm not. I'm not even getting a notification. AV Squad. A lot of people aren't. Both said anyone can be racist if they get angry enough. Man, that is a brilliant point. Your team constantly wants murderers and rapists to walk free. Okay, Mr. Miller. Um, but by you're saying your team, you're talking about blacks, right? Okay. There are a lot of black people. I'm just saying, like, oh my gosh, before I even started YouTube, where I'm like, okay, no, like, put her ass under the prison. Like, just throw the prison on top of her ass. The woman who, oh my gosh, it was a horrible situation in New York where she murdered her kids, and she murdered her kids, and she had them like in suitcases, and it was terrible. And for a long time, obviously the body started decomposing, and she was driving around like with the suitcase and stuff, and then the police ended up like, and these were babies. The police ended up like searching the car and stuff, and they found it. And they got sick from it. And I'm like, she was absolutely black, charcoal black, and I'm like, yeah, like give her, like, I don't even believe in the death penalty and stuff, but like that deserves like the highest thing, the highest amount of time. And yeah, she's like locked up for life, but it's just I am someone I feel as though it's fair. And again, my mom raised me that way. My mom even said, now, I love you, but I'm the mama who, if you done something wrong, look, we're going to tell the truth, you're going to be accountable. My mom is not going to lie for me. That's what I'm saying. My mom was not going to lie for me in a sense where I were to harm somebody or I'm bullying somebody. Oh, hell no. My mama didn't play that. And I never bullied people. I was bullied. I'm just keeping it 100. Y'all can, I just wish Josie and Keisha can hop in here. I wish Louise, Cassandra, my first cousin, could hop in here. They can tell you. Because I know people like, oh, you're being biased because that's your mom. My mom has passed on, but no, that was her. My mama, like, that's why I'm so big about accountability, y'all. I'm so big about accountability. We picked up a damn thing of Cheerios and we put them damn Cheerios by the Fruit Loops. My mama said, boy, if you don't put that motherfucking thing in my back, I'll put that guy. I'm telling you, I would put that damn cereal right back. You would think that I worked there. You would think that I worked there. Now, somebody may say, oh, they should have called Child Protective Service on your mom. My mom raised us beautifully. First of all, there's no syllabus how to raise kids, okay? And we did get spankings. And people say right now that's child abuse. Well, I'm sorry. I feel like some of these damn kids need to get their ass whooped because they probably would behaving a lot. They would probably be behaving a lot better. But I digress. Okay. Again, that's how my mama raised myself. That's how she raised Keisha. That's how she raised Josie. That's how she raised Mandy, the white girl that she adopted. That's how she raised kids in the neighborhood who would come and she would cook and she would do so many things for all the people in the neighborhood. Like I said, when my mom passed, there were people fighting to be her pallbearer. And so for me, that just it shows her legacy and what she was about. But I'm telling you, she was someone who held her kids herself accountable. Okay, she knew she had messed up a lot in school and stuff, whatever. She still got an education for herself, but she did a lot of things. She got expelled from school. And my mama didn't. My mama never wanted that for us, and that never was us. My point is accountability. Accountability, and like, I'm not somebody who just gonna throw the race card or whatever. This happens to be something that is, y'all, race is involved. Okay, now that's my opinion, and I'm gonna stand on it. But everything is not race involved. But I spoke about the black guy in the Tesla parked at the fucking bank, waiting on the bank to open, which the bank should have been open. Another person parked in a car, happens to be white. They don't call the cops on him. They call the cops on the black guy that's in the Tesla. Said he had a weapon in his hand. He had a Red Bull in his hand. Said he had a weapon in his hand. Had a Red Bull. I mean, maybe they do got guns that look like Red Bulls. And Red Bull does give you wings. But y'all, if it looks like a damn duck, sounds like a duck, I don't know nowadays. I mean, it could look like this and it could sound like that, but it may not be that. But no, but you know the same. I mean, if it looked like it, if it sound like it, you know, I mean, it's a duck, y'all. It's a duck. I mean, why can't we just be honest and say what it is? I'm not gonna get upset if y'all just be honest and say what it is and stuff. But also, I do respect the fact that some people don't feel that race plays a part in it, and I respect that. You said I tried to find footage earlier, but I was unable to find anything. The incident itself, because it ain't out there, and maybe that is a point where, you know, because, you know, they're trying to appeal. But I just say play this damn thing, play it, because if it shows that, okay, fuck this thing, oh, the aggressor, I can say, oh, I'm gonna beat your ass all day. I'm not beating your ass. I'm just saying I'm gonna beat your ass. If you now say, oh, them motherfuckers ain't gonna beat my ass, so now I'm gonna push you, now I'm gonna beat your ass. Okay? So those are different things. We gotta understand. I don't know. Like, I really wish we could understand, like, what is this situation with stand your ground? What does this really mean? What does the laws mean in Texas, and why did they apply with this case? Because he brought a knife. Okay, well, find him guilty on bringing a knife to a that's a crime. You brought the law. You brought this knife to this event, and there's no weapons allowed. Okay, well, have him go to trial for that then, which is so silly. What's the maximum he can receive? Okay, maybe, I don't know the law. Let me just see. Let me see. Bringing a knife to school. What is the bringing a knife to a school? What is the maximum charge in Texas? In Texas, the maximum charge for bringing a location restricted knife, a blade longer than 5.5 inches. Y'all know that's about this long. Okay. Onto school premises or a school-sponsored activity is a third-degree felony. It's a third-degree felony. A person look at the location on the press sheet is written. Damn. Racetrack within 1,000 feet, 1,000 feet. Y'all, it's just, they don't just, can we just, maybe I need to ask the damn chat. GPP. Okay, here we go. Maximum penalties, third-degree felony, prison time, 2 to 10 years. You can get 2 to 10 years for bringing a gun. And I'm sorry, for bringing a knife to a school. Okay, you can get 2 to 10 years. Fines up to 10,000. Give them 10 years, and y'all, I won't talk about this no more. I'll be like this on live stream. Today, class, we're gonna eat oxtails, and we're gonna have oxtails over cauliflower rice. Because you won't hear anything else after. You won't hear anything else out of me. He did stab Austin Metcalf in self-defense. He brought the knife to an event that is, to a school event that is illegal. Give him the maximum prison time then. Some people may say, well, if the white guy did that, well, he gonna get parole and just fine $2,000. I'm not saying this. I'm just saying some people probably would say this. I'm saying, well, give him the 10 years. Give him the maximum prison time for being fucking crazy and bringing a knife to that event. That is my point. That's my point. Now, I know people disagree with, man, Terrence, well, he was pushed. That don't mean he got to stand your ground. You guys, he doesn't need to run away. He doesn't need to flee. And these kids, I'm sure Austin was fast. I'm sure, Karmelo Anthony can run fast. But you don't have to run in this situation. Donna Perez, thank you. Austin's family has been threatened, harassed, and laughed at. There are pics out there where black people are urinating on Austin's grave. How disrespectful. Yeah, it is so disrespectful. It's disgusting. And that's not all black people, okay? But it does make black people look bad, right? But also, there are black people and white people that are harassing Karmelo Anthony's parents. They actually did an interview, and the guy calls and was like, I'm going to keep, calling the N-word. I'm going to keep harassing you, N-word, blah, 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 N-word. You're going to die, blah, blah, blah. I mean, y'all, this is going to happen. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, okay, unfortunately, these things are going to happen. But y'all, this show, it proves that race plays a part in this. Be it two black people, be it two white people, nobody's going to be urinating on nobody's grave. You probably going to hear about it for like a week, and it's going to be something else in the news. Like, I'm just saying, like, if it was two black people and the black person got 30 and the guy got 35, even 99 years, you ain't going to hear about it. It was two white people and the white people, say didn't get no jail time, got 35 years, you ain't gonna hear about it either way. It happens to be a white person and a black person, and this is what it is. The proof is in the pudding. Okay? It is absolutely unacceptable and not fair for somebody to be doing that, desecrating somebody's fucking grave. Just like I said, it happened to be two white people desecrating and destroying a memorial of Charlie Kirk's. That's not okay. That's a crime. So those people who are doing that need to be held accountable, be it if they black or white, whatever. It's also a crime as far as harassment. It's also a crime when you're talking about cyber, stalking, cyberbullying. All these are crimes, you guys. But unfortunately, it's gonna keep happening. And I'm gonna be real. The police, the justice system, whatever you want to call it, that's not their focal point. That's not the forefront. They trying to remain safe. They want their families to be safe. It's a bunch of more things. Unfortunately, it's going to happen. But I want to have these live streams, and I want to talk about these things, and hopefully we can come to some type of understanding in an agreement on what is going on. And I just want to say this, you guys. I want to see the video. I want to see the video. No matter what, I want to see the video, and an actual video. And I want people to be actual honest. Like, even far as, the kids that are defending, Austin and saying, okay, well, he didn't deserve that, blah, 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 blah. But they're saying, okay, well, he plunged, he shoved with one hand or two hands. Like, there's so many different things that's happening. What's the truth? If you support Anthony's family, you are a worthless pile of shit. Thank you so much, Mr. Miller, for calling me a pile of shit. I actually had another bowel movement. I had one yesterday, and it was to die for. Today was a little rocky, and I think maybe because I don't know, like. So I had some plums, and I haven't had plums in a minute, and I think maybe the plums made it a little rocky, but it was still nice. But my point is, I cannot be a pile of shit when I really don't have any shit in me. I feel like I'm pretty much cleaned out at the moment. I haven't eaten anything all day. And I've been drinking lots of fluids. I feel very regulated, and thank you for saying that. Mr. Miller, you are a bot or a drone or just daft. Terrence is arguing for a retrial to see the footage. That is all. Thank you, Boshi. Dad is just angry now. Dad is angry, and my heart goes out to him. I mean, it really does. And Um, I just think that some of the things he's doing, he's really making himself look bad. But hey, his son is dead, and there's things I can understand and things I can't. But it's tough. It's a very sad situation. May said, and it has been reported that every black individual who was considered for that jury said they could not convict a black man strictly on race. I don't believe every black person is like that. Unfortunately, the pool of citizens that were picked did. Um, I heard the same thing at Mage. Mr. Miller says 1 in 22 black male adults will take another life now. Pretty wild stats. Gosh. Hey Rob, black as fuck. How you doing, Rob? Thanks for coming in. Donna Perez says the potential black jurors bailed. Boshi said, of course, I see bloody color tans. I always have. I do not treat anyone differently because of it. And you don't, Boshi, and I appreciate you. But thank you for saying that you see it. Why we gotta keep saying, I don't see color? Like, huh? Well, you don't see green? You don't see money? Mage Perry said, in the deepest respect, have you got the chance to read the transcripts? You might not be able to see the video, but you'll be able to read exactly what the eyewitness I read it. And Mage, I read it. I read those transcripts. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you this right here. Now, I'm gonna say this, and I don't want to scare nobody, but I'm telling you, we're in a crooked world, okay? And I can't speak on. Let me just say this. I can't speak on law, like far as attorneys and judges. We see that as crooked, but let me just put it like this. I have a family member who works at a funeral home. Okay. It's their job to get as much money out of that family and out of their insurance as possible. Let's just put it into perspective. You know how they say a vault, or let's put the casket in the vault, in the concrete. Do y'all realize that that's all gonna fall apart in the fucking ground? Like, it's money. It's a scam. It's a scam. It is a actual scam. That's why when my mom did not want to be cremated. I respected my mom's wishes, and I would never have. I mean, none of us, like in my family, and a lot of people in the black community and stuff feel this way, but some, don't. But in my family, my immediate family, none of us going to be cremated. We all have our burials and everything and stuff, and and the sites and everything. But this is what I'm trying to say. Why the fuck we need a limo? My dad, 2 cars. At the time, I had 2 cars. I had a black Denali, XL. Can fit the entire family. I mean, why do you need a limo? Why do you need all these theatrics? Why do you need that? Unless you want that. I understand, like Aaliyah, may she continue to rest in peace. Left Eye, may she rest in peace. Michael Jackson, may he rest in peace. I understand these. Like, my mom was high profile, but my mama didn't care about that. My mama didn't care about all that fancy mess. My mama didn't want no fucking flowers. Remind you, my mama said, literally, my mama would tell us this like growing up, but she definitely let me know, like, even on a more personal level. Y'all, I knew exactly what my mama wanted, and that's why, let me just say, my mom died May 3rd. Her funeral was May 7th. It was so simple. My mama, that was what my mom would have wanted. She wouldn't want us to stress about finances, no finance, no nothing. And I see so many black people. And again, Mr. Miller, see, I point out black people and what the fuck they do. I just think that we need to be on our shit. We need to plan better. Nobody wants to talk about this, but it's inevitable. Ain't nobody gonna get out of this world alive. We all have to die, But my point is, like, going to what I try to make my point, it's a bunch of scamming out here. And so you mean to tell me somebody who is, that's a very, very important job. I think that my career is super, super important, but y'all know I'm in the market of like saving lives. Okay, people do die on the table, but I want to save lives. But when you're talking about mortuary science, and funeral homes and all that, you would think that there wouldn't be any scamming. There's lots of scamming. There's lots of scamming because people are at their most vulnerable stage. They're in their most vulnerable state of mind and state or stage of mind, and people are taken advantage of. And do you think that doesn't happen in a courtroom or in the police academy or like in our justice system? Hell yes. Like, I'm just saying, it's scary. Like, it's fact. So, Mage, again, I know that I'm so long-winded, but what I'm saying is those transcripts can read the devil walked across the podium and Skittles fell down. They can make however any. You know how many people are sworn? They swore I do. They're sworn in and they lie on oath. God is the final has the final say in everything. Lord knows I ain't perfect, but there's so many damn nasty lying scumbags in this freaking world, and it's so upsetting. I've been scammed so many damn times here on YouTube. It doesn't even make no damn sense. And I was scammed before I got to Fort Myers. Gave somebody over $3,000 to get into this apartment, and only to find out that they were scamming me and so many other people. And y'all know when you doing things abroad, like, okay, like I'm trying to do the down payment, do this, do half of the first month's rent, give them what they need to secure, so I can have a place when I do come here. But it was a scam. We make mistakes. I will never make that damn mistake again. And that's why, like, I'm a lot more alert now. But all I'm saying is it's people lie. I want to see video. In my opinion, even a video can be tampered with, and so that's why I'm saying to myself, like, oh man, I want to see it raw. Like, I want to see, like, and I know this may sound gory and stuff, whatever, but like with the Charlie Kirk situation and stuff, don't edit nothing. I want to see what actually happened, what was actually being said, which that was horrible. But I love when I'm on these Facebook, I'm on these Facebook pages. And they have all this uncensored mess. People get so mad. They say, man, that's someone loved one, and you're showing them on a motorcycle all like cut up and tore up. And it's like, but this is what I want to see. Okay, I want to see the realness of the situation. And then therefore, because we all judge, it's inevitable. We're all going to judge. But therefore, I feel like you can have a clear, like, idea of really what you're judging. Does any of that make sense? Which is who buried Karmelo, honestly. Stop defending murderers on your team. Okay. Thank you for your engagement. Keep commenting. May get my oxtails tomorrow. Floyd was a drug-addicted, violent felon. Why stand up for a piece of shot? Okay, I think you meant shit, but all right. Can we block Mr. Miller? No. Bosh, absolutely not. Mr. Miller is getting my oxtails already. Today is June 12th, 2026, and y'all can be like, Terrence loves money. You're fucking right, I do. Okay, I love it. I make it. It does not make me. Okay, but we are already at. Let me just see. Let me go to my studio. Let me go to my studio and let me see right now how much money is Terrence gonna make? Not for the 22nd, because y'all know the 21st gonna be Sunday. The 21st, June 21st is going to be, let me make sure, June 21st is going to be on a Sunday. YouTube is going to pay, because you get paid through the 21st to the 26th. YouTube is going to send a check out Monday, the 22nd of June. The 22nd of June, I'm going to get a check. That was for May. Okay? Now, what Mr. Miller ass is doing right now is paying my he or she, whatever it is making me a lot of money for June, so I can get paid July 21st. But already, what I'm gonna get already, I'm gonna go to YouTube right now, because I'm telling y'all, like, this is where it's at. Shit. I mean, like I said, I'm cutthroat. I'm real as real fucking can be. Right now it's June 12th, 2026, and I have 996 fucking buckaroos in my bank at the moment. But we have until June 30th, which is Tuesday, to make more money. Block what? Block who? Now Mr. Miller probably gonna see this and say, I'm making this son of a bitch money. Well, I'm not gonna come in anymore. Well, fucking phooey. Don't you dare leave me. Don't you deny me of your fucking threats. I can tell your dad disappeared within 2 months of your birth. Absolutely he did. Yes, he did. I just called my dad today. He's doing good. Valerie Brunson, how you doing? Valerie! Come on over, Valerie! Valerie! Come on over, Valerie! May said, I love you, Terrence, but it seems a little racist to assume that an all-white jury would not be fair to Karmelo. No, okay, but let me just say this. Okay, that I guess, I respect your opinion, and I'm so not racist, but I was saying it's all white, but it wasn't an all white. There were no blacks. So I want to make sure that I'm saying this correctly now. Oh, Vegas Man and Friends Live. Damn, 9.3 thousand people are watching his fucking live stream in the casino. That goddamn man is a millionaire. But I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna get there one day. But no, like I don't think that's not me being racist. It's just a fact that if it was all white, and okay, and statistics, if we're gonna talk about the actual math about it, statistically it's proven that if there aren't any black jurors and you're prosecuting somebody who's black and you have predominantly white people on that jury, they're gonna find that person guilty, hands down. And that's just like, I'm just saying, they're found guilty more so than innocent. And I'm not making this up, Mage. I'm telling you, there's so many cases. And you said fair to Karmelo because he was black. Should it matter what race the jury was or a white Mage? It matters. It matters, Mage. It matters. It matters. It matters. It absolutely does matter. It does matter. It matters. I'm gonna say this, like, I'm black, you're white, and it's gonna be things that I won't understand from your perspective, and you're not gonna understand from my point of view. But I love you. I don't hate you. I respect you. Let me just say this: I'm black, and I don't even understand what some black people even go through. I'm a Republican. A lot of black people have disowned me. Some of my family members have disowned me because I voted for President Donald Trump, who's the greatest president that this country has ever been blessed with. But they can't stand the fact that I really am a Republican. Y'all think that I'm grifting or I do it for this views and likes. I really am a Republican. I think the video is more important, to be honest, Mage. I may read the transcripts, but I still want to see the footage also. Absolutely. You guys ever had like a situation with an accident and they had an affidavit, and I'm telling you, I've been in a car accident and the affidavit, I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Okay, well, damn, this made out to be like it's my fault, and what's really going on here? Like, I just feel like sometimes people, when they write things down, or obviously type and all that good stuff, whatever. It like y'all, like you. A lot of people can read some things. I get it. We can see stuff too and still see it 2 different ways or 1,000 different ways. But I just think it's more credible when you have the footage. We're just in a world now where that's important. If it's not, why does everybody? Why is it so important for police officers to have their body cams? Why is it important that you have cameras, dash cameras? Like, I got cameras all in my car, my cars and stuff. Like, why is it so important? Because you see what's happening. Police are setting people up. They've always done that. Not all of them, but they have. And again, y'all, I've had oh my gosh, he got it. I had a a family member who was a police officer. He's no, he's retired now, but he told me all kind of different things where, yeah, they, they set people up. Absolutely, it's a bunch of cricket mess out here, you guys. Like, if you think it's not that, like, I don't know, like a lot of y'all may just be wet behind the ears. I just try my best to be mindful. I try to be aware, alert, and responsible. I was doing some shorts at the, like, over by the Chinese restaurant last night. I may go there tonight because I'm gonna wash my clothes again. But I was doing a short, and it doesn't have no trespassing sign, but clearly the business is closed. But they have great lighting. Y'all check out that video, by the way. It has great lighting, and y'all know I don't just walk around with my damn ring light, when I'm out and about. But anyway, the cop pulled up. He pulls up real slow, and he goes, "Hi." I said, "Hello," and he goes, "You're okay? Everything's okay?" I said, "Yes, sir." He was like, "Well, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm making shorts for my YouTube channel." He says, "Oh, you have a YouTube channel?" I said, "Yes, sir." He was like, "Well, what's your channel?" I said, "It's a Terrence kind of thing." I said, "Just put Terrence kind of thing." I said, "It'll pop up on YouTube." He goes, "Wow, wow." He's like, "Well, okay, well, be safe." I said, "You as well, officer. You as well, okay?" Because I can tell you how many officers I operate on, even just this month alone, because of the reckless driving that some of them have done in Fort Myers, and also in Cape. But I don't have to get an attitude. I don't have to. I don't think he was a white officer. I never thought at one moment, okay, I'm gonna get killed. He's racist. I never thought that. That never crossed my mind. If he told me, "Oh, well, you can't be here. This is trespassing." Well, where's the trespassing sign? When my car got towed, y'all know I got all my money back from that and shit. I went off about that. But my car got towed, and the ABS, which that motherfucker towed like 10 people cars last night, but probably rightfully so. But he towed my car, and I said, "But there's no tow sign. I didn't even know a sign that." Okay, when you're in a parking lot and there's like tow away zone, there's a sign that has that, and it also has who is gonna potentially tow your car, so you can call them if your car gets fucking towed. I didn't even know who the hell towed my car. I had to call the cops. I thought someone stole my car. I thought they stole my damn Denali XL because there's no signage. So when I do end up picking my car up, I said, "Hey," I said, "Man," and he was a white guy who tows my truck. I said, that's really messed up. I said, he was like, "Well, how so?" I said, "Dude, I'm not from here. You obviously know that because that car has Mississippi State license plates." I said, "You obviously know that, and you did you looked at the car, you judged by the car because you probably say this person got money." That's exactly what he told me that he did, because there was some hoopties in that parking lot. I ain't gonna lie, God forgive me, there was some hoopties in there. And I drive a Buick too, but that motherfucker bad. There was some old raggedy LeSables up in there, and I ain't gonna lie. But at the end of the day, he towed my car, and then he says, "Yeah," and he says all those Mexicans tore down the signs. I said, "Well, how would I know if I'm not from here that I can't park in that parking lot when there's other cars parked there?" But also, this is at like 6 o'clock in the morning, right before the Bravo, the Spanish grocery store opens up. But because I was walking. Y'all know I walk around, and it was over in that Palm Beach Boulevard area. But clearly, got me. At the end of the day, what I'm saying is, that is something that, I guess my point is, okay, if there was a sign and I deliberately parked there, seeing that it's a tow away zone, well, then that's on me. And also, I got my money back and stuff, so clearly, and I wasn't trying to sue. "Oh, I need 20,000 for stress," and it's fuck that. I just want my money back. Blah 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 blah. Got my money back. We're good. Very civil, nothing major and stuff. I basically protested on my channel, but I wasn't like, "I want justice." It's not. There are crimes. There are things happen, and some of these things are not serious, and I have to pick and choose my battles, and that's something that was not crazy serious. But it was frightening because I'm like, wow, I really didn't see any throwaway zone. I didn't see any throwaway zone signs. And when you walk back out, Gamma knows, you walk back out and your car is gone. You're like, what the hell? Like, I've never had someone to steal, like, they stole my shoes and things and stuff at work and money and stuff, but I never had someone to steal my vehicle. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I'm like, how did they even do it? Because I got both my key fobs and but it was told. It was told. But at the end of the day, my point was talking about with the police officer. I'm not racist. I don't just jump to conclusions. I pray about this every day. I pray that whoever I come in contact is someone who is stable and level-headed and level-minded, and don't just jump to conclusions and really think. Think before you act. Think before you act. You can't have a melting pot on a jury. Justice is blind. That's why Lady Justice is blindfolded, because no matter what color you are, it doesn't matter. It's a crime. Mage, I understand what you're saying, but you do need a melting pot. You need. If we're in a world of a melting pot, why? And you're talking about a jury, finding somebody either innocent or guilty, you need different people from different walks of life, different situations on that jury. You definitely do. And if all the other blacks just weren't great, good selections, find more blacks. Find more blacks, find more black people, find more people, and do the searching as you choose. But y'all realize it's strategic. It is put in place to get a guilty verdict. Donna says, it made well said, Bozo, Karmelo, no need for that, and Mike. Karmelo is getting his booty taken. Karmelo is a criminal. So why do people first of all, like, why do people just assume, let's just say, you go to prison and whatever. Why y'all just assume that, okay, well, it's the person that's gonna get their booty taken? Why can't it be that he gonna take the booty? Like, I'm just saying, and then also, why even bring that up? Like, I think that's some of the gayest shit. And I don't even care. Like, be gay, be straight, be bi, be whatever you want to be. But it's like, y'all are some gay motherfuckers on here. For real. Like, it's a lot of gay people that hide behind the keyboard knowing damn well they gay, and probably are the ones that's getting fucked. And probably can't, you probably ain't even a good fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Boshi said he is a kid who made a serious mistake, and Mike, 2 lives were ruined that day. Let us stay respectful. Exactly. Ball Striker Bandito 007 said, great loss to both of those young men and their families. We cannot lose sight of that. It's a tragedy regardless of what side anyone stands on. Absolutely. And I haven't lost sight of it. That's why in my mind I'm like, man, like, the dad was, in my opinion, like, I just, please, like, stay from social media. You can't tell people what to do, especially if you're grown. But it's like, because he, in my opinion, he was stellar for forgiving and being thoughtful, want to pray. But because of rejection and because of what's being said, because of the threats and all that, now I find that he is becoming more and more enraged and more hateful. I say just stay away from that mess. Don't let that change your character. From what I heard, Austin and Karmelo were different teams or schools. Karmelo took shelter in Austin's team tent, while Austin apparently was responsible for the tent. If that is the case, Boshi, so what's the deal with having to lunge at him, push him, shove him? What is that about? Like, you ask, you can say, hey, get the fuck out of here, and if he doesn't move, don't put your hands on him. What you do is, okay, there's absolutely security, and if there's not security at that school, which I know for a fact, our security carried guns when I was in high school. Security carried guns. Not just no damn platoon or no damn the like sticks or whatever. They carried guns. Like, it was crazy. And so I know now, like, even when I walk back road, like, to the high school here, there's police officers are at the school, because there's so many more, like, there's so much more violence in our school systems, be it public and private. Don't get it twisted. Hell, private sometimes have more craziness than the public. Just because what is not seen does not mean it is not happening. It's not being take. It's not taking place. A lot of things are covered up, and I learned that big time. But if there was no security, this is what I'm saying. Call the cops. Let the cops deal with that. The cops should have been called on him. Obviously, no one knew he had a knife. Okay, no one knew he was, like, I guess, in a situation of threat. But all I'm saying is that's something that I would have done. I'm not going to sit up here and push anybody. I'm not. I'm not for the, like, I'm telling you, I want to punch somebody at work so damn bad, this damn dude, but I know for a fact that I will be in the wrong, even though that he literally has bullied and he's called me bitches and he's being very disrespectful. Now, at the end of the day, I let him know, hey, if it ain't about the patient, don't say shit to me. I'm not your friend. Leave me alone. And I feel like he has taken heed to that a little bit, because he's still like 2 weeks ago, he was like, oh, so are we friends now? And I'm like, no, we're not friends. Please stop doing that. Stop. Because it's a lot of weird activity going on. Like, I don't know if people just, like, I don't know. I just got men and women just falling in love with me. I don't know. Like, I'm just Terrence. I am him, but I'm just Terrence. Like, relax. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I don't like you, and it's gonna be all right. I don't hate you, but I don't like you, and just move on with your life. Like, what does it matter if I like you or not? You know what I'm saying? Folks are strange. I want to see the video. Why didn't we see it? If he's charged as an adult, I have to reserve my opinion. Valerie, absolutely. Right now, I'm not reserving my opinion based off of what just happened. And once the video is released, I will have more opinions. At the end of the day, like, it's just like with the whole situation with President Trump. Oh, he's guilty. Okay, all right. I need proof of what people are saying and what people are doing. I just need proof. And I just feel like people say, oh, the proof is there. Okay, so you're saying because somebody said something, that's the proof? If we have footage, I mean, I think that's just, I think that's a smoking gun. It's weird how the smoking gun is just allegedly being showed to the jury and not everyone else. I answered that at the bottom of the chat. See you soon. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Sarah, he said I got the white boy. Valerie, thank you so much, Jamie. Hey, Saint Anthony. Jamie said Saint Anthony. Jamie Castillo. NT Days losing their life is tragic. I believe the two brothers were together. That right makes it self-defense. People teach your kids to not bully. People think that others will not react. Absolutely. Everyone has a Swiss Army knife. We live in America, people. Everyone needs protection because of mass shooters in school. Yeah, but Valerie, it is against the law to have it in school. And so that's why I said that's what he is guilty of. I know some people may say, well, no, he's guilty of killing. Okay, he did kill, but he in self-defense. He should be trialed on the basis of bringing a knife to that event that is not allowed. And clearly, like I said, the maximum time you can get with bringing a knife to a school event, that's 5.5. Let me just make sure. It says a blade longer than 5.5 inches, which is this long again. This is 5.5 inches. So he was guilty of that for sure. And the maximum time you can get is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison or up to 10,000 fine. Coach Ryder said little live stream of the pedophile Trump name getting chiseled off the Kennedy Center. Women cannot even use pepper spray. Metcalf actually tried to intimidate Anthony by telling him to get out of the tent and putting his hands on him by shoving him. Yeah. Now he could say get out. He could say get the fuck out. He could say get out, nigger. He could say it 10 times fast. Say get out, nigger, 10 times fast. But you can't put your hands on anybody, because then that's when now you have physically assaulted, attacked someone, and they in the state of Texas, you have the right to use force now. You stand your ground. Austin was in charge of the tent by the coach while he stepped away and was told not to let anyone else in the tent. Okay, and so this is also the deal. Now, someone else said that. Okay, well, why not call the coach over? Get the coach over. Why? Why? Where are the adults in this? Oh Lord Jesus, y'all. I don't think we're making a great sense of this. Anthony should have gotten a longer sentence. You cannot put your hands on somebody and call it first degree murder without it being a self defense charge in Anthony's case. Don't forget, Trayvon Martin never had a gun. Oh Lord, I'm telling you, Jesus, that's just horrible. Every time I hear that, I walk with my hoodie on, and I'm telling you, sometimes it triggers me. It's like, Terrence, take your hoodie off. That's sad. In 2026, I think about that. Like how am I gonna be perceived by others? You know what I'm saying? When I'm walking in daytime or night. But I keep an open mind. Like when that police officer rolled up, I didn't just think, okay, he's racist. He's gonna try to harm me. He's gonna try to put something on me. He's gonna try and do something. Now, granted, I did have my phone out and I was ready to record. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But it's sad that we're in a world that we think these things. Well, I think these things. I don't know how y'all think. You are told to keep your hands to yourself. Yeah, time. That was a long time ago. My mama said a hard head to make a soft ass. Keep your hands to yourself. I don't need to touch my sister. My sister don't need to touch me. But they did me dirty. My sisters I used to have long hair, and they would pull me by my damn hair, and they would put salt and pepper on me. I love those girls. I love them so much, and I'm so proud of them. I love them. I can't wait to see them. Vacation is coming up soon. Bocha says, and that would be wrong at time, but there's no need to pull a knife. And Bocha, and that's your opinion about that, okay? That's your opinion, because some people feel like, it could have been a gun, it could have been a knife, could have been whatever. Like they would feel the need to have some type of they would feel the need to have some type of weapon. Hi, I'm super awesome. Thank you, Colin. Hey, nice to see you. Whatever happens to sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I know, right? Austin had to be greater for Karmelo to have unallowed him, and it wasn't. It wasn't. It was a push. That's your opinion. People. Let me put it like this. Okay, if somebody were to spit on you, you don't think that's something that you should defend yourself. It is something that is being put onto you. Okay. Now, again, that's why I don't even get into people's face too much because I be spitting when I talk. So I don't want nobody thinking, oh, this motherfucker that spit on me, I can beat his ass. So I just argue from afar. But a lot of times, I ain't gonna lie, like me personally, I'm not finna sit up here and y'all know I don't lose my voice that much. I'm not finna lose my goddamn voice. Okay? I'm about to walk off. I don't have time for ignorance. The reason when I do I want to talk a podcast, but when I do a stream or when I'm doing videos and all that stuff, whatever. I mean, it's like, okay, so that's a little different. We're gonna talk. That's what you do on a live stream. But I'm not gonna sit up here and have this. I mean, I have a conversation with a friend in real life, and I'm not just gonna sit up here and have unless I've been on the debate team, but I'm not just gonna sit up here and be talking to somebody who I know is not going to understand me. And why am I yelling so damn much? I don't have time for that. That's crazy. I love you so much, Colin. Hello, Mel. Thank y'all so much for coming in. I appreciate you. Thank y'all again. Thank you. Brother, I can see the pain and frustration in your heart, and I believe racial injustice can exist in every human institution, including the legal system. I'm not denying that, but remember, as at its core, the battle isn't black versus white. It's Satan turning us against one another, sowing division, hatred, and distrust. Okay, Mage, I'm so happy you said that because I think we're giving the devil too much fucking credit. The devil is sitting back, probably sipping mimosas. Everything ain't got to do with them, the devil or God. I'm sorry, I'm just keeping it real. If that's the case, why would God give us free will? God gave us free will over our lives. We are in control of more than we think. And the devil is not sitting up here, go ahead, go do this. push him, stab him, shoot her, kill her, do this. I know the devil busy, but I think we give too much credit to the devil. And I'm just keeping it 100. Again, that's what it comes back with. And I'm a very religious person. That's what it comes back to. Because, like, let's just say if somebody, I don't know, let's just say somebody texting, and then they hit somebody, oh, that's just the fucking devil. No, that's you fucking texting, you fucking idiot. Get the fuck off that damn phone. The devil ain't had nothing to do with that. And God gave you a brain for a reason. And there's signage out here that's saying don't text and drive. And you went against that. That's on your ass. And same with some of these crimes. That's on these individuals. He did make a huge mistake. At the end of the day, the mistake, and y'all gonna probably dislike me for this, the mistake is not defending himself. And I'm gonna say it again. The mistake is not defending himself. The mistake is bringing the fucking knife to the school. Period. Why do black people got to keep saying I'm black? It is so cringe. David, I'm black. I'm black. But David, you know what? Hold, let me see if I can show you. David, I am a black person who, can you see the golf clubs there? I have golf clubs. Donald J. Trump, J stands for awesome, invited me to Mar-a-Lago. I'm going to play golf with the president of the United States with the president of the United States of America. I'm going to play golf. And then also I play tennis. Can you see the tennis rackets right here in the lower right hand side? I play tennis. I ski. Yes, I was skiing. Okay, beginner slopes when I was in Aspen, and when I went to Breckenridge, beginner slopes. I'm sorry, when I went to Breckenridge, Enville, beginner slopes, and I was over 400 pounds skiing. I swim. Okay, I love to hike. I love to hike. So a lot of people, even the doctor I used to work with in Mississippi, called me a black redneck. He used to call me a black redneck. He sure did. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not black. So if I was white and I said I'm white, would it still be cringe? Am I white? Let me. Do I blend in with the paint there? Hold on. Where did I go? Hey Amber. So it's been said that Karmelo and the twins met that day for the first time. That is what the prosecution said. So if they just met, how did the prosecution prove premeditation? Exactly. That fucking prosecution. Let me tell you, goddamn hats off to that goddamn prosecution. Like, I'm telling you, it's not premeditated. They're saying, oh, because he bought the knife, this black kid got that knife, he was going to kill somebody today. I have a knife, I have a gun, I have mace. I have my fist. Y'all know I serve now. My serves are over 100 miles per hour. It can get up there. So I got a mean right hook, but I'm not gonna go out and harm anybody. I'm gonna protect myself at all costs, but I would never just harm anybody. I really save lives for a living. I don't want to harm anybody. I don't want to get into a fight because I feel like I'm just gonna black out. That's why I don't want to fight nobody. I don't want to do none of that shit. I don't have time for that. I don't. That's crazy. But I don't know how they did it, but they did it. Can happen in 10 seconds. It doesn't take 10 years or even knowing the person that you killed. Okay. Mary says, I would have focused on that if were his defense team. I always try to think of all sides, but I'm ADHD as well. As hell. Mage BS, it proves he brought a knife just in case, but not the meant to stab Austin. Austin came up to him. I think he's guilty too, but also have integrity. He's guilty of bringing the knife to an event that you cannot bring a knife to. There's a gun club. There's a gun show tomorrow here in Fort Myers. It's on the 13th and 14th, so Saturday and Sunday. And I want to kind of go to it. I don't know. Do I need another gun? But what's going to be allowed there? Guns, knives. Huh? That's going to be allowed at a gun show. So if Karmelo Anthony might have just brought that knife to the gun show or brought a gun to a gun show, that would not be a crime. But have you know, there are people who go to those things and have committed crimes. What? It's almost like that rhyme. Bright and early in the middle of the night, two dead boys got up to fight. Back to back, they faced each other, pulled out a knife, and shot each other. The dead policeman heard the noise and got up and shot the two dead boys. If you don't believe my story is true, ask that blind man. He saw it too. I guess you can be blind and see shit. That's probably why the system is so fucked up. People are welcome to try stealing my vehicle. It's old school mini issue. They don't care. They'll still steal that damn old school car. What kind of car you got though? Because I like some old school, the square box Chevys. Man, if I can get a body, I would fix one of those. My dad loves those cars. I would fix up and probably give it to my dad though. It's for like a 72nd birthday, you know, an old square box Chevy. I like those. Thank y'all. Not hard to see why people are mad when that happens. The justice system is not flawless, you know. And look, and nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. And everything has flaws, right? We all have flaws. But it's just the fact of the matter. Like, you know, I just think it's important to, you know, be truthful and be honest with yourself. Like, again, white female driving. She's driving her car. White officer pulls her over. Ma'am, I saw you texting. You were texting. She said, well, I wasn't texting. No, he was like, no, ma'am, no, you were texting. You were texting while you were driving, and you had the phone in your right hand. She said, this hand? She didn't have a hand. I'm sorry. No, she even joked about it, but the officer just kept going. No, well, how'd you do it? Where's your hand? She said, sir, I was born without a right hand. The officer pride and ego was just so big he could not just say, hey, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. You know, if anything, I wish but he said, she was like, well, do you think it was my left? She wasn't on her phone though. He was like, no, it was your right hand. And she doesn't have a right hand. So my point is, a lot of times, even when some of these people, not just officers, but it's like I've worked with surgical techs, first assist, PAs that were wrong. And also, let me tell you this. Now, cardinal rule in surgery, I never throw anybody on the bus. Now, especially if the patient if it's not an incidental event, if it's not a near miss, if the patient is not harmed, I will not throw you on the bus. But if this patient, say if it's a thing where in a court of law, and I've been in a courtroom because of a thing that one time that happened in surgery, that's not my fault, but again, I'm on that chart at one point. I was long gone when that happened, but I was a peanut. Okay, I had to come back, you know, and actually I was all the way in New York and I had to go to California. So that's why I tell people, like, you can think that it's a joke, but it's not a joke. This shit that I do is real. It's real. That's why I have malpractice insurance now. Have $5 million of malpractice insurance because, yes, I work for an amazing organization, but I don't know. Like, they can just have a shitty day one day and then maybe not have your back. And so I have to have my own back. And by law, I can purchase my own malpractice insurance just in case something were to happen and it's out of my control. You just never know. People have done a lot of like crazier things for a lot less. Let me just say that. But yeah, not that I don't have integrity, he said, but on everything else, just different. You saying you have integrity, you will recognize the flaws. But yeah, but I guess my point when I'm trying to make this stuff, yeah, it's just that officer just could have been like, oh, like, yeah, you know, I was wrong, and you know what? He never showed the court. It was thrown out. but it's still she still didn't get an apology. It's and I guess sometimes you just have to be okay with not having that. You have to be okay with not getting an apology or not feeling vindicated. You know what I'm saying? In a way, she should feel vindicated because she ain't got no damn hand, and how she had a cell phone in her hand, and the officer was just a jackass. But at the end of the day, y'all, nobody's perfect. We all have flaws. Um, I'm gonna go all the way down. Thank y'all so much for listening to me. It does. Wait, that can't be right. How is there only one view? Oh, well. So yeah, Mary. It's YouTube is weird. Sometimes it can. I don't even. It says 0 right now, and it says 3 likes. So I know I got like at least 10 likes. But what's crazy is I'll get off stream and it'll be like, oh, 100 views, 200 views, or 1,000, or 2,000, or 600, or 100. I don't know. YouTube is weird. Both you said 25 likes. Let's go. Hey, Teresa. Happy Friday, everyone. I'm praying that you all had a blessed day. I had an amazing day, Teresa. I pray to God that you had an amazing day as well. Thank you. Thank you so much. I saw that comment, and I know you're new here, and that means a lot to me. Thank you so much for coming here. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Y'all welcome in, Teresa. I know a lot of people probably left out, but I'm just gonna end this live stream here soon, Teresa. But I was just saying how the justice system is flawed. I do feel like I said, like at the end of the day, race played a part in this particular case. Because I just spoke about the Casey, Allison case, and how he was given 10 years, and Karmelo Anthony is given 35-year sentence. It's a bunch of different variations and things, and that happens. But y'all, racism does exist, and I don't want it to exist, but it does. I can't help the fact that it does. And thank you so much for that gift, Teresa. And if we don't sit up here and speak on these things and be 100 with it, I think we're doing everybody an injustice, and also ourselves. So I'm gonna speak on it, and I'm gonna speak on it respectfully. So I'm not gonna come in here calling y'all no damn names. Unlike people, not everybody, but people coming in here have called me names, talked about me. Y'all, you gotta grow up. Like I said, I guess Mr. Miller stopped once he found out, or she found out, that I'm making money off this for real. Because whatever, I sure did. I got off work early, and I get an early weekend of relaxation. Oh, Teresa, I'm so happy for you. Oh, I know that dang feeling. I know you deserve it too. I'm sure. I know you work hard. Thank you again for the 100. You sent 2 up. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you for telling me that I'm welcome. I appreciate you so much, Teresa. Thank you for sticking around and subscribing. That means a lot to me. Yeah, you guys, that's a live stream. Yeah. Like I said, Walmart's gonna close in like 3 minutes, so I'm not gonna make it there, which I ain't gotta really go there. But Walgreens is still open at midnight. But I do want to wash. I want to wash some clothes, and so I gotta get some. What I gotta go get some. I gotta go get some Purex, some bleach, because I want to wash my whites. Boshi says, I would like to hear more of your perspective, Terrence. Wow, Boshi, thank you so much. Thank you for that. I'm gonna do more live streams about this. This isn't dead. And I'm not, and for lack of better words, because I'm not taking a diss at Austin Metcalf. I would never do that. Y'all know I save lives for a living. I do not play about putting nobody dead or doing those horrible things that people are doing to the grave. I don't do that. I promise you. I want us to come to some type of understanding, and maybe that's just the deal. Maybe we won't be able to understand one another, but just be respectful to each other. I think the fact of the matter, how people are just taking this to a whole nother level of disrespect is disgusting. I've protested many times, and I've never ever protested and was a negative, nasty person. I don't have hate in my heart. I do not want to be around that. I don't want to be around hateful people. I do not. My family knows that once they start to, get a little crazy and stuff, and that could be my own sisters, I walk a fucking way. That's why I drive and I have a way to get out of every situation. I love family, but I'm not gonna be around something that I see festering. I'm not gonna be a part of that. God bless you as well. You're very welcome and very intelligent. I love it here. Thank you, Teresa. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I'm country as hell. I'm from Mississippi, but my mama always told me how important she viewed education, and I love school, and I just wanted to. And that's what my mom always said. My mom passed away when she was 51. She died of ovarian cancer, but she would say, nobody can take your education away from you, boy. Get education. Get as much education as you can. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to school, and especially like I only took out one loan, and that was for my bachelor's in health administration. But I paid that off. But especially because all the scholarships and all the grants you can get, all this money and you can get money for being black. You can get scholarship for being. I was like, I'm about to go ham. So I remember my dad would come and get me from school like 2 hours after 2:30. Not even kidding. Because I was always in the counselor's office because I was trying to get as many scholarships, y'all. I mean, I got so many scholarships. I got so many scholarships and so many grants that I had to pay back that I ended up getting my first car, my Pontiac Sunfire, my second year of a community college. So yeah, that was so awesome. Yeah, I got my Pontiac Sunfire. It was a 4-door. I love that car. My dad still has it, and it can get you from point A to point D. I wouldn't say all the way to Z, but it was it's over. Oh my gosh, it's well over 350 some thousand miles. Probably 360 something thousand miles. But anyway, y'all know my dad's a retired mechanic, so that Pontiac Sunfire was in 1998. That was right up my dad's alley. He can do so much with those cars now. With my Cadillac and then with the Denali, my dad can do a lot with that and stuff. But my sister have these nice cars and Acuras and anyway, all these nice cars and like hybrids and stuff. And y'all know I want to get that Tesla Cybertruck one day. One day it's gonna happen. But my dad like, hell no, that's too much for computer stuff. But yeah, I appreciate you. Hey, Sunflower. Hey, Tanaz says, hey, happy Pride. Absolutely. How could I forget Happy Pride, everyone? Yeah, Happy Pride. Happy Pride. Those you said, same here, Terrence. People are protesting a bad incident, but started targeting people's homes. Yeah, come on now. I don't want a fucking riot. I want to protest. I don't want no damn riot. I remember I was in California and the Lakers or something won. I said, well, the damn Lakers won. Why y'all burning up shit? Why the public burning? Is that how y'all celebrate? They won some finals, and I'm like, the fuck? That ain't what you don't burn up don't burn up your hood. I mean, it was Armageddon out there. You would think it was like 4th of July on crack. It was just terrible, but I digress. I don't know why people do what they do. I don't know. But again, hey, Gabby, y'all, Sunflower, that's Gabby there. Therese says, yes, you can for a parent working at McDonald's, a whole lot of reasons. Oh, wow. Teresa, you are amazing. You are so awesome. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate your hard work. I love that. I love a hard working, really anyone, but especially, a beautiful black queen that works hard. That's incredible. That just inspires me to keep going in life. Because my mom works so hard. She works so hard. Teresa said, that's a blessing. Sunflower said, it's a Terrence kind of thing. Doesn't matter what you bring. Come and watch him do his thing. Cause it's a Terrence kind of thing. Yeah, 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 yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, Sunflower. Boshi says they do that in France also. We specific teams when specific teams when Paris burns. Oh God. Therese says getting scholarships. When my daughter first went to college, she wrote more essays than she did while she was in school. Oh wow, that's awesome, Teresa. Yeah, oh my gosh. Now I ain't gonna lie, I was a geek. I was a geek. I was a geek. I actually I pretty much obtained an associate's while in Well, I obtained an associate's while in high school because I took so many corresponding classes, and I literally just needed two more. No, I needed one more course, one more class, and to get my associates. And I pretty much had that when I so I went. I went to East Central Community College. I pretty much had that associates. I just had to get that one more course, and then that's when I focused on another. That's when I focused on another associate's degree. But I got two associate's degrees, two bachelors, and one certificate. But that is so impressive. That is so awesome. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of your daughter. I think that's incredible. I pray to God that she just keeps. Let me tell you. You know what? None of us are perfect. We're all flawed. I think we're perfectly flawed. That's how I look at it. But just keep going, because you know what? My dad says this, and I cry when my dad says it. He was like, Donnell, that's my middle name. He's like, it's sad, but you know, a lot of bad things really do happen to good people. I'm like, I know, Dad, but that's just what it is. But I do think all these, things build character. We just got to keep positive though. But and I say God is not going to put too much on you that you can't bear, and I really do believe that. But I absolutely love and appreciate you as well. Thank you so much, Teresa. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Teresa says we are broke. Her fingers are not. I wrote one. I wrote one to her too. Wow, that's amazing. That's awesome. I love that, Teresa. Sunflower said, everyone smash that fucking goddamn thumbs up right now for this creation and support and the best black blessing Republican. Thank you so much. Gabby gonna cuss. Gabby, I love you. It's coming from a place of love. Oh God. Therese says we wrote 230 we wrote 230 essays in all she went to school to. Wow. 230 essays, but y'all had me beat. But I ain't gonna lie, I was writing, oh my gosh, I was writing essays and doing projects and everything. Y'all, I'm telling you, it was one, and maybe you know, Teresa, it was one where the scholarship was $250. Like, and I'm like, shit. My mom was like, "You want to wait?" I said, "Mom, yeah, of course." And so I wrote that. I wrote that essay, and I got that $250, and that $250 helped me with books, and I mean, school was so expensive. It was so expensive because, even the correspondence classes and stuff. I don't know if y'all know this, but you can get scholarships. You can get scholarships and you can get grants for those. And those scholarships and grants you don't have to pay back. But I'm telling y'all, it's so much. It's just so much money that it's just there. But it's just the fact you gotta work for it. You gotta apply yourself, and that's the deal. A lot of people wanna. It's just like folks that come to work in surgery. You want to sit up here and make this good $60 or $70 an hour. But you don't want to apply yourself. I mean, it's a blessing to make that. It's a blessing to make $50 an hour. Apply yourself. I don't care if you make $10 an hour. Apply yourself. Apply yourself. The first job I've ever had in surgery, all I've done was surgery. But the first job I had was High County Hospital in Starkville, Mississippi, and I was making $12.50. And I'm telling y'all, I thought I was rich. But it was my first, that was the first job, and all I know is surgery. I've been on the payroll in surgery for 20 years now. So, yeah. But anyway, It's whatever you make it. Gabby, thank you so much for those beautiful emojis. Teresa laughing. Yes, we need grants. We had to do what we had. Exactly. 250 to cover books. Hell yeah, right? It did. It really did. It covered books. And I thank God for refurbished books. Okay, reuse, refurbished. I ain't trying to. And look, I don't care if some of it sometimes it would have notes in some of them books and stuff, whatever, like highlights and stuff. It actually did help me, but some of it did, because sometimes you get one of those refurbished books, those reused books in the paper. They tore the paper out the book, and I'm like, why would they do that? It wasn't a workbook. Workbooks are not workbooks you had to buy brand new. We're talking about like the actual books, like your English Composition 1, your English Comp 2, your Human A&P, Anatomy and Physiology 1, Anatomy and Physiology 2, the literatures, like those things. I had to buy, like I know I had to. I could get those refurbished, but the workbooks that came with those classes and those labs, I had to buy brand new. So money, I'm telling you, it was rough. And oh my gosh, oh Teresa, oh, my mom and dad. I just remember my dad had a 1995 Ford Taurus then, and my mom and dad would drive. I went to Decatur, Mississippi. I'm from Columbus, and Decatur, Mississippi is two and a half hours away from Columbus. And my mom and dad would drive 2.5 hours. Now, of course, gas was cheap back then in 2005. But because I want to say it was like probably 77, 88 cents back then. But they would drive from there. They would drive from Columbus to Decatur, yes, to come and see me, but they would give me $20. Sometimes they'd give me 40, and I make that $20 and $40 scratch. That's why I'm telling people, like, folks think it's a joke. Like, yeah, okay, I can have this nice whirlpool, this nice condo. I can have the cars. I can have this. I know the lows. I know the in-betweens, and I know the highs. A lot of people don't know the lows. They may know the in-betweens and highs. They don't know the lows. The lows, what I mean is having the surgical technology program went through the summer. I had to stay there for the summer. The community college did not offer your meal. The cafeteria was not open. You didn't have your meal ticket did not cover like the grill, because the cafeteria was closed during the summer. They didn't have enough workers, and they didn't have enough students for it to make it worth their while. I don't know if it's still like that, but I just know, oh my gosh, I mean, ramen, noodles, Vienna sausages, potted meat. When I tell you I have potted meat, and I have potted meat, I ain't got no sardines, but I wouldn't mind some sardines. I got potted meat and Vienna sausages right now in my cabinets, right now, with some saltine crackers. It's just what you had to do. And people don't realize that, and they don't realize that. And y'all know I walked over 30,000 steps for today. Now at midnight it's gonna start over. It's 11:11 right now, but I walked over 30,000 steps today, and I'm so excited about that. But I remember not having a car and having to walk from my dorm room to the Big G, which is still in Decatur, Mississippi right now. It is a family-owned business. And I remember there were kids who had, nice cars and all that in college. And some of them would honk their horn and laugh at me and call out names and stuff. And I just was like, whatever. That did not faze me. And because I remember also Josie, and I know Josie loved me. My middle sister loves me, but I remember her laughing when I said, "Oh, my fingers hurt," because I remember because I didn't have a cell phone. What I did was I remember calling on my friend's slow phone. Y'all, he passed away, but he helped me so much in college. He cut my hair because I didn't have money for a haircut. He would cut my hair, and he was going to school to be a barber, and he did obtain that amazing barber. It's crazy because I remember he was cutting my hair for free in college, and I remember getting out of college, getting a job. I would give him $50 for a haircut. His mom face lit up because I remember they lived in a trailer, and when his mom saw I get two 20s and one 10, and he would cut my hair on the regular. I give him $50, and his mom face would light up every time. Like, my son just got $50 for a haircut that took slow. I mean, he would have me sharp. Yo, I can show you pictures from way back then. I was much bigger. But anyway, I missed him so much, but he would let me use his phone. I would call my mom, and I remember telling my mom, I said, my fingers were hurt when I was walking because I have I get 2-liter drinks and stuff. And she was like, I know. My mom would say, man, I hated that you don't have. I said, Mom, no, it's okay. I'll have it one day. And I remember Josie laughing in the background. But then what really crazy, I laugh at this now. Well, I had my last loaf of bread, like my light bread, and it wasn't Wonder. It was a Big G. It was a store brand. Hell, I couldn't afford no damn Wonder bread. And I remember a rat got into it and ate. It chewed into the plastic, ate like the bread and stuff. And I remember telling my mom, and Josie just cracked up laughing. My mom got so mad at Josie. That ain't funny. Your damn brother out here at the damn college, they got these damn rats and blah, 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 blah. And you sitting here laughing. And she didn't like hit her or nothing, but she yelled at her so much she started crying. But and I didn't think it was funny then, but now we laugh about it. I could talk to her and we laugh about it. We're at the table or something. Like, it's just memories. It's just crazy to know where I came from, and I wouldn't trade nothing. I wouldn't trade any of that. I share all this, guys, because your right now does not have to be your tomorrow, and your damn show your past does not have to be your present nor your future. And I thank God. I thank God for everything. Like, my nieces, Kelsey called me the other day. Y'all know my niece and nephew's out of school in Mississippi, but because it's the summer, she called me. She said, Uncle Terrence, so are you? I said, I'm gonna be there, Kelsey. Because I think we're still going to the mountains. If not, we're just gonna celebrate the 4th and stuff together. But anyway, I'm gonna see my family. I'm gonna see my family soon. Y'all know it's hard to get time, when you're in surgery and stuff. But anyway, she was like, I gotta charge my phone, Uncle Tim. I said, why don't you keep your phone? She was like, I don't know. I told Mom I need another charger. It ain't charged. I said, are you pulling the charge? She was like, no, sir. But anyway, they got iPhones, the latest iPhones. And she's 11. Got a, 10, 12, and 13-year-old. How they got new iPhones? They got the latest of the latest, and it's just crazy, I say that because I'm like, we didn't have any of that, And I know for Keisha and Joseph with their children, they want them to have what they didn't have, and they are very, very humble, very respectful kids. I just love being an uncle, but definitely it's just crazy, how life is. But just don't. I keep saying, I know I got this on my merchandise, but don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. I don't just say that, I live it. Y'all keep going. If you're on a weight loss journey, if you are trying to quit drinking, quit gambling, quit having sex, or whatever the case may be. I'm being so serious. You can do it. It doesn't happen overnight. You just got to apply yourself. You have to have self-control. You have to have discipline. For me, I'm telling you, I am so serious when it comes to God. I'm so serious, and I know I can't do anything without Him. I know I can't. Oh wait, Teresa, I sent many. I sent so many Instacart packages. It was insane. The food cart covered the salad bar and soup. She was in North Carolina. Who the heck wants a bowl of soup? Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm sorry. I get to talking. I was typing that LOL. Thank you for your service. I didn't have the stomach for surgery, so I guess I will never make that much. No, Teresa, no, you can make more. Hell, you can make more. And Lord knows I ain't in surgery because of the money. Well, I know I ain't here because of the money, because I know I could be making a hell of a lot more in California. But I traveled. I traveled to 32 states, and I traveled for 18 years. And even where I'm at now, Fort Miles, Florida. I chose to get the condo. I have extended here, under contract. I don't know what the future holds, but yeah, like. Lord knows, I just think I don't care what anybody does. I don't care what any profession, what everybody does. Everybody plays a part in life. And but thank you so much. But yeah, you can make as much. You can make money. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You claim it. I remember, um, we were young, and it was this sweet white lady at McDonald's. And y'all know back then when they had the 5 for $5 Big Macs. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I'm going back to like 1990, 1992, 1993. I mean, I was freaking 4, 5, 6, 7 years of age, these years. And anyway, my long story short, the woman, now she has passed away, but she ended up getting her own franchise with McDonald's and making bukus of money. And she started out just like, like cashier, or and at the cashier, like at the register, and then doing the drive through. But her drive through presence, oh my gosh, her drive. I mean, that woman, back then, it wasn't no damn Chick-fil-A. I ain't seen no Chick-fil-A back then. I don't know. I ain't know what the hell Chick-fil-A was. But her customer service, it excelled Chick-fil-A's right now. And Chick-fil-A customer service is amazing. Publix, Publix grocery store, customer service is awesome. But that woman, her customer service exceeded these businesses. Even today, it would have exceeded these businesses, how they operate today. And she was able to do that. And it's I tell anybody, you can do whatever you put your mind to. You just have to really, really manifest. And that, it may sound like a dream, but it's the truth. It's the truth. It is the truth, y'all. Like, it's the truth. I saw myself. My dream car was a Denali. Yes, I wanted a Cadillac car, but my dream car was a Denali. Yeah, I've been in lots of Denalis. And I want a Tesla chopper truck, and I'm gonna get it. That ain't my dream car, but my dream car is what I drive now. Yukon Denali XL. The exact year, that I love Denali's, and you can have these things. Those are all materialistic. The one thing that I thank God that I have an abundance of is faith. I know when my best friend committed suicide, my mom was there to comfort me, but I knew immediately, okay, I'm going to learn from this. This is gonna allow me to grow in life, and I'm gonna endure this pain, but I'm not gonna sit up here and just, become a recluse and not try to make a difference. And that was 2014, and it happened different times in that year. With Antonio, he committed suicide, and Lauren, she committed suicide. And my mom, fast forward 2 years later, she passed, and she passed on May 3rd, 2016. I'm telling you guys, that's how she raised me. Life still goes on. I'm devastated by that still, but I'm still able to. I go into every case, but especially those cancer cases. And I'm telling you guys, people are like, man, why do you, Terrence, you're gonna be in there for 8 hours, you're gonna be in there for 7. Okay. Like, I want to make sure that I am helping this woman or this man, whoever that's on this table, fight like they ain't ever fought before. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna try to kick cancer in the ass. Cause I can't stand it. I don't hate anything, but I can't stand cancer. I can't. And my mom died of ovarian cancer, so it's something. Even before that, I had that mentality, But I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, my feet may be hurting sometime, and people get on my damn nerves. Ooh, lazy folks. But you know what? I try to stay focused on myself, and that's how I get through these days. That's the one thing. If I could talk to Karmelo Anthony before the situation, but the shoulda, coulda, woulda, whatever. You can't go back in time. But I would tell him, just please think more before you react. That's what I'll tell, if somebody were to say, what would you tell your younger self now? Think before you react. Think before you react. Thank you for your service. I don't. Okay, wait. I've read that, and they're missing the main page. They do it just midterms. Their minds are too rapt to remember the answer. Shaking my head. Wow. I said so many. Okay, yeah. You did that. I left about the most messed up things. My brother almost stabbed me once. I was horrified, but now it is hilarious. Damn, Boshi. Boshi, yes, Sue. Oh no, that's crazy. Oh, it was Teresa, and luckily, as soon as he went into the kitchen, I ran for my life. Oh my gosh, Boshi, that's scary as hell. He tried to kill you. It definitely takes obedience. Amen. Jesus died for me, so now I live for Him. Amen. Teresa, come on now. You about to have me shout. I may wake up one of my damn neighbors. I would like a bowl of soup. Moshi, do you still go around your brother today? If so, please don't ever go near the kitchen when he's around. Oh yeah, of course. We still laugh about it. Oh my gosh, he laughs about it. Oh no. I pray that life never gets that bad. Suicide should never be the final answer. That's so sad, and I agree. Yes, fuck cancer. Yeah, absolutely, Teresa. Fuck cancer. Those said, I agree, Terrence. If only right. I would tell myself that it's not what others do, is how I respond. Lower my expectation level and raise my acceptance level. Wow. Ooh. Some snaps for that, Teresa. I love how you reading in the I love how you reading in the voices. Oh, thanks, Teresa. Thank you. I'm crazy. I'm so crazy. I'm crazy over here. I try to just Lord knows, Boshi can tell you, Boshi know I probably missed like a damn 50 damn comments, and I'm sorry, Boshi. I love you so much. But I just want to I want to engage. I want to have fun. It should be a fun time. It should be an informative time, if anything, because it may not be fun for some, because they're like, people come in here and look now, Teresa, I'm crazy now. They like, people have came in here, you nigger. Nobody, I don't think, no, somebody did, because they spelled it out, and you guys that see it, it was held for review. But somebody did call me a nigger tonight. But sometimes they write it out, N-I-G, so everybody can see this N word stacked on or whatever. And I just laugh about it. Like, it doesn't define me. But it's a lot of mentally disturbed people, and it's a lot of people who are very educated, and they keyboard warriors. They got their computer and they just go into town. And when if they see you in real life, they wouldn't dare say that shit. Be quick to forgive, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. Exactly. You know what? I forgave everybody. I just here recently, I'm not going to bring her name up, but it was a situation with a subscriber of mine, and I forgave her. Am I talking with her? Am I socializing? Hell no, because that's the energy that I do not need. But I do not hate this person. Y'all see, I ain't even bringing the person up anymore. And I pray to God that they're doing well and all of their endeavors. I'm not being facetious and negative when I say that. I'm being so serious. I want everybody to succeed. I want everybody to continue to grow. Y'all, I save lives for a living. You can believe it or not. I'm not kidding. I do not hate anybody. I do not hate. I don't have it in my heart. And if you got it in your heart, that's okay. But I just don't want to be a part of that. You are very much saying, and it shows. Teresa, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Boshi says, yeah, you did. Teresa says, yes. Yes, Bob, I love that. That's very disrespectful. They do it so their page don't get blocked for racial slurs. Yeah, yep. They spell it out one letter at a time, and I just fucking laugh. I'm like, oh gosh, y'all, another nigger's coming up, and people probably are angry at me, like my people, or Boshi probably like, oh, block, and I'm like, no, like I don't like. I know people may think, oh, I'm all for money. I do love money. Okay, I make it. It does not make me. But no, this is engagement, and I'm sorry. Like, as a content curator, like I said, I've watched a lot of Peach McIntyre. I watched a lot of Chelsea Lynn, a lot of Oh My Gosh TV, a lot of CJ So Cool, lots and lots and lots of Casanat, I Show Speed, the bigger content creators, and that is something that you have to master. You have to realize that you don't have to. I mean, you can respond, but you don't have to allow it to pierce you, and none of it does. And it doesn't. And it. I don't want to sound insensitive, but I can care less about that. I don't care about that. But I do care about people. I really do. I want people to do well, and I've made a lot of the trolls. They become family, YouTube family. Um, Boshi says, I am still working on that at Ball Striker. Wait, what did Ball? Wait. Oh, okay. You're still working on that. And that's okay, Boshi. That's okay. Teresa, thanks for another 100. Thank you. Teresa said, me, either there is not a hateful bone in my body. I love all God's children. Absolutely. Ball Striker Bandito 007 said, oh, me too, Boshi. I love that. Boshi says, I would have timed out Mr. Miller. I know, Boshi. Let me say, Boshi, I feel like you probably will be a mob one day, and Boshi, you gonna probably block hell half the people up in here. But I promise you, I don't want it. I keep telling y'all, I don't want what doesn't impact or let me just say affect my life. I don't want it to affect y'all's, but I know that everybody's different. I do, and I respect y'all, and I want y'all to know that. But please understand that it is strategic for me, and don't take any of those things to heart. When people came and say, "Oh, your mom's dead," ha ha ha, like, okay, my mom's alive. She'll say, "Suck my running bowel, you dirty motherfucker." Like, that's what she would say, like, for real. I have cards of my mom, and y'all, I promise you, I do. It's just they're deep into a lot of stuff in my closet, but it's like, "You dirty motherfucker," or something like that. Like, that's how we talk. And if you know, I love my mom so much. My mom, like, oh my gosh, y'all, I'm telling you, I'm such a mama's boy, and I say that present tense because you cannot separate. You can, especially the boy. You can't separate a mama's boy from death. Does not separate that love. So anyway, but my mama used to say that, and folks, like some of my friends back then. Shatara and Larry, they definitely, Shatara and Larry are my friends to this day. Like, they are exceptional. Like I said, my other two best friends, committed suicide, but I have Larry, I have Shatara, and they know exactly how my mama was. They know that. Oh God, oh my God, my mama cursed the pastor out in a heartbeat in church. Didn't give a rat's ass. Okay, at the end of the day, everybody be like, oh. That's horrible, but y'all, only God can judge you. Only God can judge you. And only God knows your heart. And cursing is an expression, by the way. Cursing is an expression, all right? I know a lot of doctors who cuss, fuck, Terrence, hold this, grab this. And I'm like, oh, Lord Jesus, got it's a fucking hole in the damn aorta. That's the main artery to the heart. It's gushing everywhere. I'm talking about blood like a faucet, like a fountain. There's blood. And they're like, hold this, fuck, damn it. Y'all, we have like 1,000 damn folks during that time. But when we are able to stabilize that patient and that patient makes it off the OR table alive, and of course they go to a critical care, they go to ICU. But we've been a part of saving a lot of people, and it's a lot of fucks, that are being said, but a life is being saved. So that's how I view it. I know y'all laughing at me. Teresa said people don't realize that there is no specific color to that word. It is an uneducated person, no matter what race you are. No one should ever say it. I agree. Boshi, you can't be blocking them oxtail. Come on! You Ball Striker Bandito 00, you better say it. Them oxtails expensive as hell. Yeah. And you know me, I'm all bougie now with the weight loss. I got to get some cauliflower rice. So that's even more, But definitely. No, I mean, now if it gets a little too crazy, y'all know I don't mind blocking. But no, I very seldom do it though. But when I had those mods, they blocked everybody, even channel members. That's why, like I said, it's hard. My channel, I'm still trying to get it back to where it was. And you know what, slowly but surely. But man, that really hurt me. That hurt me back. I mean, that was 3.5 years ago. It hurt. It hurt big time. Teresa, do you mean the N word specifically? I think she does, Boshi. Yep. How could I be so stupid at ball striker? Stop it, Boshi. Teresa, amen. Thanks a lot, y'all. Now I want some oxtail. Teresa, that's my most favorite thing to eat. You gonna hear me talking about oxtail like I'm losing my mind. Like I'm telling you, I am down now 231.8 pounds. Okay, because I lost 3 more pounds. I lost because I was 228.8. Now I've lost 3 more, so that's 231.8 pounds. And I still eat oxtails. Moderation. I don't eat a lot of fried chicken no more. No, let me tell you, my right-handed guy. You can look at my channel. Go back to the channel. I used to do these mukbangs, and I used to have church's chicken with a family-sized thing of fried okra, 4 damn biscuits, the damn mashed potatoes and gravy, and then I'll do Popeyes. The next day I have like a 7. Like money was. Let me just tell you, Lord knows I ain't got that much money, but it was not a fucking factor when it come to food. I would spend 100 damn. Let me tell. I remember Kelsey went to the drive-thru with me. This is years ago. Kelsey, my niece, who is the reason why I started this weight loss journey, because she was like, Uncle Terrence, are you gonna be alive then? She was talking about when she, get older and graduate and stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna be alive, and Uncle Terrence gotta lose weight. Uncle Terrence was 478.8. I was what, 21.2 pounds away from 500. Uncle Terrence had to lose weight, and so that's what Uncle Terrence did. I want to live, but this girl, kids are so honest. We went to the drive-thru at McDonald's. Of course, I'm like, Kelsey, what you want? She wanted a Happy Meal, and then she wanted a hamburger Happy Meal with a 4-piece chicken nugget. I said, that's it? You want to tell? She's like, Uncle Terrence, no, that's all I want. I said, okay. And then the woman was like, does that compete you? I said, no, ma'am. I said, can I get number 1, which is the Big Mac? And I said, instead of a drink, can I get a large strawberry shake? That's back when they gave you small, medium, large. Now I think you only get one damn size. Now the real fat kid in me can't stand that to this day. But I don't do milkshakes. If I do a milkshake, I'll do a Premier Protein with Rebel ice cream or Carb Smart ice cream, and I'll mix that in there. I'll make my own low carb milkshake. That is a real thing. It's possible. But I said instead of a drink, can I get a large chocolate, or sometimes I get strawberry. This time I got a chocolate. I know for a fact. I remember Kelsey's face because she was doing this, and she was okay, but she was doing this right here. Cause she been in the car with me, before. She in the back, and I'm driving and stuff, and she been in there. She know Uncle Terry about to order, and I said, "And can I get a 20-piece chicken nugget and make sure to give me all the sweet and sour sauces?" Cause I get upset. I've done live streams about this where I said, "What do I get upset about when they ask you what sauces you want and they don't put the sauce in the bag?" Even though I know my fat ass back then had plenty of them sweet and sour packet sauces from McDonald's, because I save them, That damn sweet and sour sauce at McDonald's hits hard. So I'd get that, and that ain't it. They would have these cookies, right? So I'd be like, how many cookies you got? They was like, well, we got about a dozen up now. I was like, okay, I'll take all of them. I get all the cookies, and I'm not done. Y'all know what they had? They had the McFlurries. I get an Oreo McFlurry with extra Oreos. Y'all, my right hand to God, I would eat all of that food. 20-piece chicken nugget. Okay, 20-piece chicken nugget. They give you 4 sauces, because each 5, they'll give you 1 sauce. I would get 4 extra sauces. And I say, make sure to put all my sauces in the bag. And I would not pull off. But that's something I get from my mom and my dad. I will never pull off from a drive-thru. I don't care if you're on a time thing. If you are prone to not putting things in the bag, I'm gonna sit right there, because I'm not gonna get back into line, and I'm not gonna get my fat ass out. Now I don't even go to I ain't been to McDonald's in 3 years. That is so crazy. That is so crazy. If I ate McDonald's right now, I would blow up. Not like fat, like get back bigger, but I would be like use a restroom on myself. But that's what I would get, and that was like that was just so much food that I think about it. But then you gotta think about it too. That was one meal, y'all. I would still eat pizza. Said my mom and dad back then. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Cause my mama cooked, my daddy cooked, and I was still. Oh my, yeah, I'm telling you, I was an eating machine. Now my stomach has shrunk, y'all. I cannot eat. I can't eat a full hamburger without, like, even if I'm on live. Let me say this: I would have not, like, right now I can eat a full hamburger, but because I've just had fluids. I haven't eaten anything all day, but purposely so. I'm not starving myself. I do intermediate fasting, but like if I'm on live and I had those burgers and stuff, the burgers look big, but they are small. They're small burgers, but if I ate anything, I wouldn't be able to finish it. Or if I do finish it, I'm gonna feel horrible, very lethargic. I mean, super, super, like just bloated. Like I don't know. It's just crazy what your body does when you step away from doing that. But as far as oxtails, that's my most favorite thing to eat are oxtails, and they're expensive. I just love oxtails. I remember eating oxtails when I was 6 years old. I love oxtails. My mama and my grandma started me on that. Now I love neck bones. Now give me a braised, give me some beef neck bones, cause pork is good, but I like the beef neck bones, a braised rib. That tenderness puts me in the mind of the oxtails. But ain't nothing like a damn oxtail. But I love country food, I love that. But I haven't had cornbread in I don't know how long. I just don't need that. And I don't crave it. I don't crave the cornbread. Like, I was the person, I went to Oklahoma because I worked at OU Medical Center, level 1 trauma hospital in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And Kevin Durant has KD's. It's a Southern soul food restaurant. He made it like from the dishes that his mom, it was inspired by his mom and all that and stuff. Whatever, he loves his mom. And I went to that restaurant one time. I was so angry. The fat kid in me was so angry. It was years ago, like 2009, 10. My mom's alive, and it was just. But I was like, I said, Mom, they got collard greens here, and they ain't got no damn cornbread. They don't serve cornbread. They got hush puppies. I don't want no damn hush puppies. I want cornbread with my damn greens. They had turnip, mustard, and collards. I can't stand no mustard. I don't even want mustard mixed in with the collards or the turnips, but I love a turnip and collard either by themselves or mixed. Give it to me all day long. But I gotta have cornbread. And I'm telling y'all, I was on a date. Not the first date, thank God, because I'm sure I'm sure she thought I was crazy because I went off, like I wasn't just cursing up a storm. I was like, what the fuck, But I was bothered. It bothered my spirit. My spirit was bothered that they didn't have any cornbread. Cause I said to myself, okay, maybe they just out, maybe it's just a day. They don't have it on the menu, guys. Kevin Durant does not have cornbread on his menu. Now I'm talking no cornbread muffins, no cornbread, dog. They have fucking biscuits, rolls, and damn hush puppies. Now hush puppies are damn good. I love with a fish fry. Give me some fries, hush puppies, some coleslaw. But I don't want no damn hush puppies with my greens. Cause I'm Southern. I'm Mississippi. My mama and my grandma, possums, squirrels, raccoons. For the people that come in and call me a coon, I've eaten them motherfuckers. So you know what I'm saying? Like I was taken aback by that. And I'm like, huh? But then that explains too why Kevin Durant is so damn tall and fucking lanky. This motherfucker didn't have no carbs. Anyway, I love Kevin Durant. I think he's an exceptional athlete. Jamie said homeboy can talk. That's what you do as a content creator. As a streamer. When I do live streams, I talk. I gotta talk. That man and his oxtails, Boshi. I'm telling you, I love oxtails. When I'm where I'm from, they give you one sauce per 10. I know the hell you. There should be 2 sauces automatically. 10 damn nuggets. Now, Teresa, why you got me? Now you gonna have me cutting up. You said we are only getting 2 with our. I'm about to have a fucking secret. You lying. That doesn't even make sense. 2 fucking nuggets. Are they this big? Are the nugget packets? Are they this big? Are they putting them in like? Are they putting them in like a 4-piece nugget carton or something? Because that sauce, that's not enough sauce. Now again, the fat kid in me with 1 nugget back then, yeah, pretty much 1 nugget. Let me just say this: I can get probably 3 nuggets into 1 packet for 1 sauce packet, but really it's just 2 and it's done. That's why I always get extra, because I knew I would have extra. Like I knew I would have extra at home. I always have extra. But that's crazy. That's diabolical. That is just disrespectful. Turnips, greens with hot sauce. Ooh, yes. I'm gonna show you what hot sauce we use it too, because you know I keep it on me. I keep it on. We got to use that Louisiana hot sauce, and I keep mine in the refrigerator. Do y'all keep y'all hot sauce in the refrigerator? Now Keisha Josie hot sauce. Keisha don't like hot sauce too much, but she keep ketchup and hot sauce out the refrigerator. I'm like, girl, why you like to keep it out the refrigerator? Put it in the refrigerator. Did they have mac and cheese, the homemade kind? I'm willing to sacrifice the cornbread for that. They did, and that damn mac and cheese was awesome. That mac and cheese was fire, but they didn't have cornbread for the turn. And you cannot. But I must say they did have yams, collard greens, turnip, mustard. Like I said, I don't like mustard. But mac and cheese, like potato salad, baked beans, coleslaw, hush puppies. What else they had? They didn't have corn, but they had corn fritters. But I must say, I like some corn fritters because I love Cheesecake Factory. Oh my ex-girlfriend Brittany and I, like that's the first place we met up at the Cheesecake Factory. That's our first date. And I'm telling you, I love the Cheesecake Factory. Oh, they got this shrimp alaya. And that rye bread. You know that brown ass bread? Ooh, we stay away from that now because, low carb. But, my gosh, I'll tap you some of that up. I ain't gonna lie. On an indulgence day, thanks to Gamma, my indulgence day, I get me some rye bread. But I do think they have the rye in a low carb version. It exists. It exists. But man, it is so good, so delicious, so delicious. But y'all know, I do talk a lot though. But same as Teresa once it's open, facts, Boshi, facts. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Wait. Like I said, once it opens. Oh, you're talking about with that sauce. I can't believe that. 1 sauce per 10 nuggets? That's like, you know what? That in itself, that deserves a 35-year sentence. I wish the hell what it look like my ass, even right now. Okay? Because right now, that's crazy that, I've dropped that much weight. So now I'm officially 247. Oh my gosh, y'all, I can't believe this. I weigh 247. So I've dropped 231. Damn, 231.8 pounds. And what it looked like even right now, but damn sure when I was much bigger, pushing 500, if they say, yeah, sir, we only can give you got a 10 piece. First of all, what was a 10 piece? My minimum was a 20 piece. My minimum was a 20 piece. Cause like I ain't gonna lie, a lot of times I'm not gonna lie. A lot of times I would get, cause they have that family thing where you get 2 fries, 2 drinks, 2 fries, 2 large drinks, like 2 to 4 apple pies, I want to say, and you get 2 20-piece chicken nuggets. I would get that by myself. I remember I was in at Spear Memorial Hospital in Plymouth, New Hampshire, and I would get that. I'd get that like every other day. Like Burger King had one of them things too, where you get it's like a family meal, but I get it for myself. I'm not lying when I say all this. Like that's how much food I was in. That's how much food I was intaking. I would eat, and that was just one meal. Okay, I would still have. I remember I would still have eaten at work, and then I got off work. I'd get that big family meal from McDonald's. I'm telling y'all, it was very bad. It was very bad. Everybody's so excited about because Fort Myers is opening up a Whataburger here, and I'm like, I have no excitement to want to go there. Like I can just make my own burger, my own low carb bun, and I got the Angus steak patties and stuff. I mean, it's also fun to, to make your own food. Even when I did have the condo and I was in a hotel, you could still make. You can use your air fryers. You can use your toaster oven. If you want to lose weight and if you want to apply yourself, you can put yourself in that position. And I had to stop with making those excuses and saying, oh, I can't because I can. And I can. And I know I can. It's just, well, do I really want to? So I love Gamma too so much because Gamma, y'all know, it's Gamma's world, and also she got to get your big ass up. And Gamma has lost so much weight, but she's losing weight because she really wants to now. She was fed up, and so I think at any given time it's just gonna hit you. But not just with weight loss, with anything in life. If you want to start really saving money, you're gonna have to probably tell some family and some friends, no, you probably gonna have to make some sacrifices. You probably can't have them oxtails, every week. You probably gotta have them every once a month or every once every 2 months. And I'm not being funny when I say this, but I made a lot of sacrifices, and I still do to this day. I feel what I'm having to do now, especially with some extended family members. I have to get into that vibe of saying no a lot more. Because I got to make sure that I'm okay, and it's okay to make sure that you're okay. You have come a long way, Terrence. Keep going. Thank you, Bochi. I appreciate it. Crystal, Louisiana, Pier 100 hot sauce since 1990. Look! Is it on here? Is a year on here? Oh my gosh. Is it 1923? I don't know, but the original Louisiana. This is so good, y'all. Oh, I have the Real Good Food Company, the chicken from there. I got like chicken strips, chicken nuggets, chicken breasts. Whew, so good, so good. And also, there are some like G. Hughes does have a sweet and sour, like a zero sugar one, and that's pretty good. But his ketchup is disgusting. That's probably why I ain't never got nobody probably from market ever reached out for a brand deal, because I'm talking shit about some of the sauces. But I'm just saying, like, if it's nasty, it's nasty. Like crumble cookie is disgusting. Them damn cookies are disgusting. It's nasty. And yes, I don't eat it anyway because of all the sugar. But when I was eating a lot of sugar, like, they would reach out a lot and want to do some type of collaboration. I'm talking about my right hand to God. I'm talking about money. $5,000. Y'all know I love money. $5,000 collaboration, $6,000 collaboration. I turned it down because I'm not going to come on here, and that's something that I will never do with anything, is let me come on here and let me sell myself because I'm going to make $1. Hell no. The products that I'm talking about are good. And Gamma can vouch for that, because I talked about Power of the Almond, that bakery that's out in Starkville, Mississippi. They have such awesome. It's expensive, but they have such awesome pound cakes, cookies, and desserts that are low carb, keto lifestyle, keto friendly, and a lot of diabetics, obviously go there, but people who are not diabetic because it's so delicious. And she had her mom and her mom's brother try, a lot of those different sweets, and they enjoyed them, and they're edible and they're good for you. They're not like, okay, this is good for you, but it's nasty. It's really good, not no bullshit, but it's expensive. I mean, you probably gonna pay like 20-30 bucks for 1 pound cake. And them pound cakes about that big. I mean, so again, you can't put price on your health. But anyway, yeah, there are so like Rebel ice cream, low carb, high fiber. 1 pint is like $7. It's fucking crazy. A pint of ice cream is $7 when you can buy them huge gallon of Napoleon. Y'all know what I'm talking about from Kroger for like $3-4. But it's bad for you. Linda Hernandez, hello, happy Friday evening. Nice to see you. Thank you. Bosh, you see Andrea. How you doing, Andrea? How are you doing? Thank you for coming in and saying hello. God bless you. I appreciate you for being here. I saw those awesome comments and they just heartfelt. They touched my heart. I really do appreciate you, Andrea. Thank you so much. But so, Andrea, we talked about so much with this whole case. I'm gonna have some more live streams about this. I know people are not going to be excited about it, but I do think it's a lot more that's going to be exposed here in the upcoming weeks. But I just pray to God that both families are doing as best as they can. Both families, okay? You saw it? Yes, I saw it, Andrea. Yeah, I saw it, and I responded. I responded to one of the messages, one of the comments. I promise you I did. It meant the world to me. That is so nice. It's so nice. Thank you for going back to my older self and saying those awesome things, and just you're so encouraging, you're so inspiring, and you're just sweet. You really, really are. I appreciate that. Do not think it goes unnoticed. It really, really means a lot to me. It's helpful. It really is. Thank you. You're amazing, Andrew. You really are amazing. You're amazing. You realize like watching the video, but looking at that comment, and yeah, you're saying so many awesome things to me, and it speaks character, volume of who you are as a person, but you are saving someone's life. By your positivity and by your awesomeness, you're saving someone's life. You're putting a positive impact on someone's life who probably is like, you know what, I'm thinking about giving up right now. And then they see that, they're like, wow, like, you're amazing. You are amazing. I look forward to more conversations, Terrence. Unfortunately, it will likely get a similar reaction. And I love that. But you know what I must say? I think all hell is going to break loose if and when they release footage, actual footage. I ain't talking about no AI shit. I'm talking about actual footage. I think all hell is going to break loose. I don't want it to, but I think it will, because I think it's going to show, hey, yeah, this man stabbed him. Clearly he did and stuff, but what happened before that? I know people are like, oh, you just can't, Terrence, it doesn't matter. You can't justify it. It has to be justified. We have to make sense of what is going on. We have to. Andrea said it's the least I can do. You're doing amazing. I mean, that's huge. That's huge. We got it. Let's go, Andrea. I also want to see the footage. Yeah, Boshi, I really do. Y'all know I'm really big about those things, right? I'm really big about, the videos. And I don't know. I'm a content creator, but this is before YouTube. I just think it's important. I think it's important. Look, at the end of the day, I think, yes, you could say some things, but when you see some things, people still may see, can look at the same video and may see it two different ways, but you can still see it. I think it's more precision, more it's definitely more precise and it's more clear. Like the idea of the reasonings and all that behind it. You know, I think that's important. I really do. Unfortunately, I feel like it's still, you know, you just don't know what is going on in people's heads. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. But thank y'all so much for coming in. Thank y'all for the thumbs up. I appreciate y'all so much. Let's go, baby. Don't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop. People will see many different things from the same footage. Yeah, Bo. So, you know, that's just what it is, too. But someone like you, and I'm just keeping it 100, not just saying this, and Andrea, y'all gonna fucking see it for what it is at the end of the day. If you know, like if it's footage or the video, and you're not gonna sugarcoat shit, you're gonna call it how you see it. And I think some people like don't like to do that because, like I said, I don't want to get into the whole ICE thing and stuff, but it's like the footage was there. And if you're looking at this, it's like, wait a second, talk about an aggressor. Now let's just say this. I want to see it for myself. Was Carmelo Anthony throwing stuff on the tent? Was he kicking stuff? Was he breaking stuff? Was he trying to steal something? Put your damn, like, my deal is now it's time for force from the twin brothers, because you're invading that space and you are being disruptive, and this is unacceptable. Okay, so I think that that would be something justified for, okay, him to have been shoved or pushed. But again, you know, like I said, from the ICE perspective, that's exactly what was going on when those things did happen. It escalated. I don't want anybody to get shot, but my deal is I'm gonna stay the fuck out of people's way. I'm not gonna impede. I'm not even gonna pretend to impede anybody. Period. I'm not gonna give anybody a reason. Like I said, the cop that pulled up last time, I'm not gonna give you a reason to want to draw your firearm at me. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, Linda, we do need transparency, and unfortunately, clearly, you know, cameras ain't allowed. I just think that what the message is being, the message that is being, I don't know, like, I guess expressed or released to the public is, just take our word for it. Just know that the jury, the judge, take our word for it, because this was that bad. I want to see it. That is interesting. Time will tell. Yeah. Be safe, everyone. Yes, you as well, boss. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you, beautiful, amazing people. Teresa, if you still there, thank you so much. Thank you for your subscription. Thank you for coming in. God bless you. Thank you, Andrea. God bless you. God bless you all. Thank you, Linda. Thank everybody. Mr. Miller, if your ass still watching, thank you. Come on back, okay, for round 55,425. Y'all, I'm just gonna look at this hot sauce and just wish I had some greens to, anyway, it's okay. But Teresa says, good night, everyone. Good night. Y'all have a beautiful rest of y'all day. But y'all know, yeah, it be early for Terrence now. Y'all know I can go live 2, 3 in the morning, go walking downtown somewhere. It's 12:01 after midnight. We're gonna lay it on the line after midnight. Okay, I'm gonna go. I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all for watching, okay? Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the gifts. You, Teresa, thank you for the gifts. I appreciate you. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye. God bless you all.